Like, how you come to work the next day and be off? That's what I told my brother-in-law. That's, when people say if I win $1 million out of the lottery, I'm going to go to work the next day. No, you're not,
No, I'm not.
because that $1 million is going to be on you. It's going to be right here in your head. And so the minute when someone say something bad to you, a supervisor, you're gonna leave. Man, fuck that. I don't
mean,
motherfucking goddamn million now.
what you mean make copies? I ain't making no goddamn.
What you mean meeting? Ain't no meeting. What I need to do? No meeting.
And leave. And leave.
What did you do for that money?
Man,
That
I'm
money
telling
got
you,
real
bro.
cool.
Man, I'm telling you, you must doing your job the right way, man. Like, we up in this thing, up in the AM. Welcome to the Just Acting Up show. I'm your host, Joffy. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good night, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day you're watching this. We appreciate you for checking us out on the Just Acting Up show. We got Chris up in the building. Say what's up, Chris.
What's up? What's up? It's the one you love to miss, the one you hate to kick. No, let me try that again. I was trying something different. Yeah, that's how I do that. Let me try that again. I was trying something different. Okay, all right. Hey, what's up, folks? It's your boy Big Chris, man, in the building. What's good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got Chris in the building. Don't forget, we got Mike up in here. Mike, say what's up, man.
What's up, good people? What's up, good people? I don't have no fancy introduction like Chris over here, but how you doing? How you doing?
Hey, we have to come up with our own catchphrase like they doing wrestling and everything. Man, that's best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. We got a good show for you. What we got going on? I'm gonna tell you what we got going on. Wake up, Mr. West, Mr. West, Mr. West. We're gonna talk a little bit about Kanye West, what he had, what he did, what he dropped with a former friend or a friend now. We got more with another cop. Since we talking about rap, this cop was dropping bars. I'm talking about bars, not the Porky Pig bars from Space Jam. He was dropping bars. We're gonna get into that. And Governor Hot Wheels, he added again, y'all. Stay tuned, stay locked in, and find out who has been cast as the new Batgirl. All that and more. Just Acting Up show. Stay locked in. We are on the big stage. What has been going down, man? So we're gonna address this foist. Not first, but foist. That boy, A-Bot, man. A-Bots.
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels, man. This dude here, man. So we here in Houston, Texas. We are not, well, how can I attack this, man? I don't know how to approach this, man. I'm just saying what it is. It is what it is. They're pretty much trying to do away with the bad, evil side of history and try to make the KKK look like the heroes. And they want to do away with what was it? Is it slavery and what's going on? I'm triggered by this, man.
Yes, you are.
Yeah,
It's one of those things where they're trying to take us out the history books. You know, they don't want our history being taught, to our kids. And it's one of those things. I look at it as when people in power they see the shift is coming. They see the writing on the wall happening. So they're trying everything they can to I guess, make sure that we forget who we are, as they say,
man,
It's the writing on the wall.
Because, when you talk about slavery and the Jim Crow era and all that, some white people, they get uncomfortable. But it happened. It really happened. And it wasn't that far removed from a lot of those things. And so, yeah.
It's crazy to me that this tactic is not going to work, because it's just going to make people just draw more people into the history, because it's up to the parents, us as parents, to continue to educate our kids about our history and don't sugarcoat it and tell it exactly what it is. It just boils down to us just taking care of our responsibility as parents to do so. That's it. That is it. When I was a kid, they used to say, they're not teaching you history at that school, and I didn't understand it until I got older, and then I realized they are absolutely right. They're teaching their version of the history, but not what really happened. And you really don't learn this until you gray in the face. Sometimes, like, wow, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened.
It's why are we still finding out? Like, oh, I didn't know. The first black person to do this was like, what was that movie with Taraji?
Yeah, NASA. What was the name of that movie?
Hidden Figures, wasn't
it? Hidden Figures.
It's just like I'm still finding out. Like we still finding out. Like, oh, that was black person was the first person to do this, and
exactly
because they try to bury our history.
Yep. I remember going to the NASA Space Center, the whole history of Apollo 13. Not once seen anything that represents that movie, their names and anything, nothing. Didn't see anything at all.
Man, this some sad stuff, man. So, and some sad stuff. And like, when they talk, thinking about it, when they taught this when they'll teach this to us in school, they'll glance over it. It's like, once you remember this date, once you remember that date, like the date of Declaration of Independence was, who fought for our rights and who did this and that. And it's just like they kind of like glanced over it, and slavery. And when you get older, you find out, what president or whoever fought for us in the war, who had slaves, who was a slave owner and all that. And just reading and hearing about that, where they're saying they're trying, if anybody out there who can, educate us on saying, they trying to make the KKK like the good guys. Hey, man, look, plain and simple, the KKK is what the KKK is. I don't know what this new KKK is, but either way it goes, all this sounds like bullshit to me. Plain and simple. They're trying to get rid of this. We're teaching this in schools. They barely teach some of us that stuff now. So I agree with Mike. It's going to come down to the parents, come down to us as adults to tell the kids and teach them about what really transpired, what took place. So that's how I feel about it.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Like you said, it's up to us as a community to band together and teach our history to our children, because like the powerful, and the privileged, to say, that wants to keep us ignorant and oblivious,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, sir. But moving forward, man. So y'all saw that police officer, man. That sheriff, homie was dropping bars, man. So
yeah, he was.
Well, he arrested 30 gang members. And then during the press conference, when police officers or sheriffs or whatever, when they do like a very big bust like that, they got to address and talk to the media and everything. And, he had a moment. And
he had a big moment.
he had a moment. He said, he probably looked at this and said, you know what, I'm going to try something to make a statement and show that, y'all, this is what I want to do. He, on the press conference, he took the gold chain from one of the gang members that he arrested, that they all arrested, and he put it over his neck, and the chain was clanking like aluminum foil, man. It was clanking, man. I was like, and he dropped some raps, not Porky Pig raps, like from Space Jam, not bars like from Mile bars, but he dropped his type of bars.
Yeah.
I wish I could find that video. I'm going to find that video and make it to a clip for us or whatever, man. But yeah, man. So, he did a good thing, cleaning up the streets, getting gang members off the street, but it's how you go about doing these things sometimes.
It sounded like that he was pissed. Like when he said, "Now we got you." It wasn't no bars. That guy didn't need it. It sucked. If you want to rap, you better go in.
It was him and his hippity hop.
Yeah, it was him and his hippity hop. Because he wasn't really rap. He's like, I got the chain, and this and that. I'm like, this doesn't.
Well, at least he got to live out his dream. He had an audience. He had a stage.
It doesn't have a cadence. It's not rhyming. It doesn't make sense. What are you talking about here, sir?
He gonna look back. He gonna look back on himself and say, "Why did I do that?" Yeah, man, you just feeling yourself in the moment, man. You could have kept that to yourself.
Then he grabbed the chain. It probably sound right in his head at first.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Most
sure.
things are sound right in your head until you actually say it, and you're like, "Oh, this is a bad idea."
But then it's too late because you can't.
Hey,
I'm gonna start calling it. It's the hippity hop. It's not hip hop. It's hippity hop.
It's hippity hop. It's hip hop on mayonnaise.
On Chibana bread.
Oh, Chibana.
this man here, I like this dude. Like, dude, you serious right now? You really gonna do this now at this conference? Like you could just talk about it and just get off the stage, please.
You know, if I was a lawyer for anybody that got arrested,
yeah,
racial, all this. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You gotta be careful. You got to be careful because they can use that. They can use that.
They can. If anything, you probably put a more target on your back by doing that, by saying it. So
it's gonna make you. It's gonna make you feel very. It's gonna make you look unprofessional, like unprofessional.
How do you? I wonder how the black cops looked at him when he went back to the office that day.
You know, it's all. You know, it's always that one employee that don't give a damn about the job. Really, I'm just there. Then it's the kiss ass. They like, man, you killed that, bro.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, man, you killed that, bro. You killed it. It's like, how you like that? Yeah, I like it. And it's that one employee that don't give a damn. He just walks away
like, man, don't like I don't get it. He's like, I'm about to get after this racist. This department, the police department. I'm about to get up out of here. Talk about the hippity hop. If I see you just one good time in the lunchroom with your hat turned to the sideways and start rapping, it's over. It's over for you.
See, and that's got to be more careful.
Got to be more careful. Oh my. All right. So in other news, so gotta celebrate. The family little Milwaukee ribbons or whatever, or flags or whatever. I guess I'll be. But I'm happy for them, man. Shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks closing it game in 6. Milwaukee in 6, man. Happy for them. I ain't gonna hate.
It's sweet. I wanted Chris Paul to get his ring though. I did. I wanted him to get his ring.
Well, one Rocket got his ring and he beat all the other Rockets to get it. PJ Tucker. Shout out to PJ Tucker. It's always gonna be a Rocket that's gonna get it.
The curse is back.
The curse is in full effect.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know what the curse is, the curse is if you want to get a championship, it goes to Houston. Come to Houston.
Come to Houston, then leave.
Because all former Rockets was in the playoffs.
All of them.
Clint Capella and
Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, everybody.
James Harden, Chris Paul, PJ Tucker ended up won. Yeah.
Ain't that?
At
one point, wasn't they all on the roster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, it was.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt, man. Because but I'm happy for him though, because PJ deserved it. All of them deserve it. They worked hard, and shout out to Giannis again, because besides him going to Chick-fil-A buying them 50 nuggets, he deserved it. They always talk about, he can't shoot. I mean, he shot a couple times, but he can't do this. And James Harden was hating, talking about, I wish I was 7 foot that I can just run and just dunk. That take no skill. Guinness
said something about him first, so
you
can't really get on the defender because he was defending himself, and Guinness had shot at him first because he said he wants somebody on the team as they was picking the All-Star game. Him and LeBron, he said he wanted someone on the team that can actually pass the ball. That was a shot. So
and he said something also in his press conference about not staying with one team and not leaving to go to a super team.
And that was another shot against LeBron.
Yeah.
I think that was more so against KD and Harden.
Pretty much all of them.
That was a shot against KD and Harden. God damn.
No, I wonder how the older players feel because at this point, him and his brothers all got championships.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Because
That
one of
was-
his brothers played with him, and then the other one got one with the Lakers last year.
that was dope.
That is pretty dope. I like that. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to figure out. So they had they party. They had the parade and everything. I'm trying to figure out if y'all remember Brandon Jennings, because he used to be on the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah.
Who let him in? I don't know who let him in. I ain't trying to hate, but who let him in, man? Like he was in the parade. He was in one of the cars. He spitting beer out and champagne and everything. He having a good old grand time.
Maybe he was at the end of the bench. I don't know.
Maybe working. I guess maybe work with the personnel or something like that now. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, could be.
yeah, it felt like that Little Mama moment. Like, you remember when Jay-Z and Alicia Keys was singing New York?
Mhm.
And Little Mama came in at the last end, breathing all hard like she did something, and she just, hold up, yeah. I'm like,
Jay-Z looked like he was about to push off the stage. That's the whole music career right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who allowed you in? But people, listen. Once again, let me get up on my stance. This is the Milwaukee Bucks. I didn't hear nobody mention anything about the Milwaukee Bucks 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. At one point, probably people didn't even think Milwaukee even had a team.
Yeah.
Let alone could say Guinness Galakumpo.
Yeah, because I think the team of Wisconsin was what? Is there another team in Wisconsin?
Yes, Green Bay.
Green Bay. Well, basketball.
But basketball, no, it's not.
No. So, hey, man,
So, okay. So, I just want to leave that there because, God.
Keep hope alive, Rockets fans. Keep hope alive.
Yeah, man.
like
draft next week.
Houston ain't nothing but a big bandwagon. The other day, last year, it was the Lakers. Come on.
I ain't never seen no Milwaukee jersey around here.
I haven't either. I mean, probably not. I mean,
you would have sworn by some people though. You just be like, huh?
Yeah, you'll swear.
Like you a fan now? All of a sudden,
bro. You remember when Golden State was on that run? Oh my God! Oh God!
They quiet now.
They quiet.
They are quiet.
They don't hear nothing.
No, not one thing. Not one thing, man.
Hey, I'll make this be clear because you see, there we go. I'll make this clear. You see that? There we go. I don't want to hear nothing, man, because that gets me tight when they say, "Oh, you just a Steelers fan," because the Steelers is the woo, this and that. Okay, all right, okay.
You done? Okay.
And salute to Vince Williams. He's retired. You know, we all know who Vince Williams is. Well, some of us do. Some of us don't. But look at that old touchdown when DeAndre Hopkins caught that ball. I think it was Monday Night Football. He started celebrating, and then it was a Steeler guy went 98. That's Vince Williams. He retired. Have a good retirement. I think he's been with us for like 8 to 6 years. He's been with us for a long time.
I think he has been with y'all for quite a minute, man.
Yeah, I think we drafted him.
Yeah. Speaking of the NFL and DeAndre Hopkins, right? So the NFL, they took a hard stance on the COVID vaccine 19. So of course they laid out the consequences this year for this upcoming year. So if a team that experiences breakouts caused by among unvaccinated players, the NFL will no longer be bending over backwards to postpone and reschedule games. If a breakout occurs, teams will be forced to forfeit. If the game has to be canceled, players on both teams won't get paid. And that caused a lot of reaction. We've been seeing a lot of coaches retire or leave their teams. Specifically, DeAndre Hopkins of the Cardinals, he tweeted out, "I never thought I would say this, but being put in position to hurt my team because I don't want to partake in a vaccine is making me question my future in the NFL." Of course, he shortly deleted it afterwards, but it's a lot of players that's kind of shown support. Tampa Bay's running back Leonard Fournette tweeted vaccine, I can't do it. And then he deleted it. And Patriots linebacker Matthew Jordan, he said the NFLPA fucking sucks. And he deleted that. So there's a lot of that going on. Yeah,
Man.
so it's a lot of tension in the NFL. I wouldn't be betting too much on these teams this year. It's a little risky.
I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, that sucks. We got hit twice, I think. Yeah, no, once I know for sure. We had to postpone the game, and it was so weird because we was playing on a Tuesday. It was on a Wednesday or a Tuesday morning, and then we had to play again on Sunday. And I think it was twice because I remember I know one was with Baltimore for sure. And Baltimore was bad because Baltimore did it twice. But not on us. I know we had to postpone one game, but then they had to postpone another game with Baltimore and Dallas. So that sucks. That really sucks.
Yeah, and then it looks like the assistant coach, that's what it was, of the Vikings, Rick Dennison, he left after refusing the COVID-19 vaccine. And so, and it's I think one of the Patriots coaches as well, that's happened to where he left the team because he didn't want to get vaccinated. So it's being some murky waters now.
Yeah. Right when you think that, what was the last, I guess you could say, big thing that happened in the NFL was, of course, had Colin Kaepernick taking a knee, and then you had the Patriots and their cheating ways. They had all that going on, and now you got this right now with the COVID. And I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to have players hold everybody else accountable. But man, I feel for of course they got bread, they got paper, but like, man, they just this like changes everything, really. Yeah, it really does. So it's gonna be interesting NFL season. But as the Texans try to climb themselves out of a hole.
Well, in positive Texans news, they got a new locker room. That's all I got.
It's like
it looks nice. It looks nice. I've been in that locker room. It looks.
It's gonna be a different vibe for real, man. Hopefully something positive from this season.
Brown nade tears in the new locker room.
Man, that's
brown nade tears.
I'll tell you one thing though. That you can't count on the game being great. That them tailgate parties, shit. They always gonna show up and show out them tailgate parties, man. They gonna be cooking. They gonna show up and show out in tailgate parties. We can talk about that.
No, let us know if y'all want us to do a Just Acting Up show tailgate party.
Yeah.
Yeah, if y'all come out to that, let us know. Drop a comment.
Yes.
I'm not going unless we going to Pittsburgh. But I'm not going. I ain't gonna be no good. I'm gonna be that guy that's gonna be right there in the background. I would be like Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here to not get fined.
I'm trying to have a good time at the tailgate party. Y'all got that? Oh yeah.
See, do we play the Steelers this year?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I know we played. Y'all played them last year. We played y'all last year in Pittsburgh. I was gonna go to, but COVID. So.
Yeah, because I'm that friend that if you got an opposing team, especially if it's Dallas, because I hate Dallas. If you around me, like every time, look at you, motherfucker. Like
dang,
see, I'm all for trolling other teams. I'm okay with that, but just not in person. Unless the squad is there, because the Steelers move in units. But when you're the only Steelers fan now, you got a whole jersey.
Touchdown, hey.
It's like, what this fool doing? They're not playing the Steelers today. They're playing the Miami Dolphins. This fool got a Steelers jersey on.
Don't you hate that? Like this, you're not even. It's Dallas and Houston right now. You got a Cowboy. I mean, Cardinals jersey. Like,
yeah, Cardinals jersey on. I mean, why are you even here?
Like, why are you here? Like you just want to cause some problems.
People like to debate. I think they just like, oh well, let's talk about the Cardinals. You know, try to rile them up.
Oh man, man.
That's how people do. But yeah.
So the Olympics will be starting. So oh no, it is going on right now. Actually, they got
started last night.
Yeah, and they got what's her name? I can't pronounce her. I'm butchering her name right now. She lit the torch and everything for it. The tennis player.
Tennis player. Yeah.
Miss Osaka.
I always butcher her name, and she was also on the cover. Well, not on the cover, but she's featured in the magazine with they got the swimsuit magazine. You had your Meg Thee Stallion, your Tyra Banks, and Osaka. She was in it as well too. Osaka, she was in it as well too. So shout out to her. And I know they've been talking about the basketball team for the men's basketball team not doing too good. So that's my check.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
They just there to be there.
All I keep hearing is they keep every time I look up, oh, they lost. Men's USA team lost. I'm like, well, I guess Kate even came over there now though. So I seen him singing happy birthday to him in the tunnel.
Right.
Devin Booker, I think they said that's he's gonna join them. So Devin Booker and one of the guys that won for the Bucks.
I think
Militant and Drew Holiday, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they cause whatever team they got over there now, they ain't gonna get. They'll be home real. They'll be home next week if they had the same team.
Right.
Cause they got beat with the team after who beat them? I think was it
Nigeria.
Nigeria, yeah, beat them. Nigeria usually don't do too well against the U.S. historically. And there was another team that beat them as well. I can't think of. There's a country that usually wash in the preliminary. Yeah.
Times are changing, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
maybe they had J. Cole over there playing. Was J. Cole playing?
I don't think so.
I'm done. He retired real quick. Yeah, just on my basketball career, and that boy, I think it was 2 games he did. I think probably a little bit more, but he
can stay for 2 games at least.
We ain't hear no more about J. Cole. Man, hey, man, sometimes you just want to try something. See,
he's 30, he's mid-30s. You get out there running with them young boys. You can only do it for so long. Now you're like, okay, I didn't do it. I'm good. Go back to making.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm looking at everything that they have on with the Olympics. Surfing is one of them. I didn't know that. Golf is one of them. Didn't know that neither.
They added surfing. I think golf this year.
They had to because I didn't know that.
They just added those. Those are some of the new ones. So they took something away. I forgot what they took out. I want to say, was it wrestling? I think they took wrestling out.
Jitsu? No, that's still on there.
Probably still on there.
With the horses. Judo.
Man, they put. So I feel some type of way about this. Y'all probably saw something about it. Cannabis. It's 2 people. Let me look it up real quick. So they got, of course, we know Sha'Carri Richardson is not in the Olympics because of her marijuana.
The weed.
But now I saw something. Let me go to this real quick.
They got handball.
Let me see.
I'm sorry, man.
You good?
Wrestling, but they kept handball.
They got handball. This is crazy.
For the first time in the Olympics of the 125-year modern history, elite athletes are being open about their use of cannabis products to prepare them for the world's biggest stage in sports. Leading the charge is Olympic gold medalist and U.S. soccer women's national team star Megan, I can't pronounce her last name, Rapinoe. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Please forgive me if I butcher her last name. Who incorporates CBD into her training routine using products from Mindy, a company founded by her sister Rachel Rapinoe and Brett Schwager. I'm butchering these names today. Mindy's founder started the company to create a brand of hemp-derived cannabis CBD products that provide athletes with natural wellness solutions to help them recover better and perform at their best. And while Mindy has assembled a team of top athletes as brand ambassadors, the company hopes to tap into a market of consumers looking for a more natural approach to health and wellness.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting. So
that we give you what you need to get the speed. Okay, let me stop.
No, you good. Oh man,
it ain't gonna hurt. It ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Nope.
So that's a good thing for, you know, it's good that they kind of got behind. That's kind of supporting Sha'Carri, you know.
Yeah.
And just her whole ordeal. So.
Yeah.
But she had because Kanye made a video with her for his promoting something. Was it his shoe line or was it the album? But he made a video with Sha'Carri.
I'm gonna have to look and see. I heard about that too.
It's not. It ain't gonna stop nothing. She gonna be straight. She gonna be all right.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We about to get into this Critics Corner real quick. I want y'all to stay locked in. We're gonna talk about a certain horror series that's coming soon, real soon. And Jordan Peele, he got something coming up as well too. But we don't know that much about it. We're gonna find out. So just stay locked in. Just acting up. Welcome to the Critics Corner, where we sit there and we talk about news in the entertainment business, from TV to films to music, all that and more in the Critics Corner. So we're gonna talk about this real quick. So if you smell what The Rock is cooking, Vin Diesel sure does. He took this offer, shot it up real nice, turned it sideways, and he told Vin exactly what he can do with it. No shade towards him, but pretty much told Vin that, hey, you know, he would love for The Rock to be a part of the, I think it's a couple more installments they got with the Fast and Furious franchise, I guess.
We got like 2 left.
About 2 left.
2 left of what? Some more movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they said there's going to be at least 2 more, or they're going to pretty much, it's a rumor saying they want to do it as a trilogy as they go into outer space, I guess. So.
Oh, my God.
And so, you know, Vin and The Rock, they had I guess, you know, Vin just threw it out there through the masses saying that he wants The Rock to come back and be a part to finish off the trilogy. And, you know, The Rock pretty much was saying, hey, you know, thank you. But I guess he was saying, no, thank you. So. But well, you never know. You know, they might throw some extra cash at him, and you know he might say yes. So you never know. Just have to wait and see when it happens to that. So.
Well, I think bad blood is between them.
You know, him and Tyrese had that whole thing.
They patched things up. So allegedly. Yeah. To be continued.
To be continued.
Studio probably like Tyrese, less money. Rock like the biggest action star. We're gonna stick with Tyrese. We don't want to spend that money.
Yeah, man. You're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay The Rock a lot.
Decision. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you're gonna have to break the mold when it come down to The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like he's like his what year was that when that was Fast? Was it Fast 5 when The Rock came on?
Yeah. That was one of my favorites. One was Fast 5. Yeah. That was Fast 5 when he came out.
Yeah. Fast 5 was when it came. Then he did the other ones. Then he did Hobbs and Shaw, and then Rock it just skyrocketed. It took off. So yeah, you have to pay him some money. So yeah. So yeah.
It's all right. The Rock is really focused on more of these DC movies. He's gonna push that. That Black Adam is gonna be something that's his baby. I can see The Rock trying to, you know, catapult DC past Marvel. So that's what because he is no second best with him. So, you know, I think he conquered the Fast franchise. Thank you, but gotta move on.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I agree on that. I do agree. But speaking of DC, they found their Batgirl. So I know they had a list of people out there that they want to play as Batgirl. But Leslie Leslie Grace, actress from In the Heights. She's going to be the new Batgirl, and everybody was up in arms about it, like, oh man, why? Some people loved it, some people hate it. It's hard to please fans.
Wait, so they're getting rid of the current the black woman? Oh, you said Batgirl.
Yeah. Now you think about it. Well, Batwoman now in CW, of course, she's black. She replaced the actress of Ruby Rose. So,
right.
Then on top of that woman is fine too, by the way. The new Batwoman.
The VC label. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, I guess, I don't know. I gotta look into this and see which one is she gonna be. I guess she's gonna be the daughter of the Jim Gordon with the Robert Pattinson Batman. I'm guessing because, of course,
okay, in the movies. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a movie and then she's black, and then you got that. So they got different. They got different people, different. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, different universes. There you go. Thank you. Different universes. Somebody, different plays Batgirl, Catwoman, or whatever. So, I had a little moment with this. I was thinking about, so you know how they do different universes and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, somebody be a different race or whatever. And then, of course, you have those hardcore comic book fans who some are for it, some are not, because, they're strictly, white
by
or black.
The book.
Yeah, by the book. And I don't know what I told myself. I said, now if you were to make a universe where Black Panther will be white, y'all do that. I promise you, y'all ain't going.
They ain't gonna touch down.
It's not. Now we ain't even going. But now that's sacred ground right now. But
y'all better not do that.
But speaking about universe, I finally got to finish watching Loki. So the multiverse secret war is coming. But I was so disappointed because, and to all the female listeners, I love you all, but it's a woman's fault why the multiverse is happening. Because they gave this woman so many warnings. Do not kill this man. And she did it anyway. Even another universe of herself, Loki himself said, do not kill him. I believe him. And she did it anyway. So now the multiverse is finna happen. And if you ever catch the guy's speech, I meant to tell you guys this too, that he said that if you kill me, there's a multiverse of madness and there's no way home. That's two movies with Doctor Strange, what's her name? Wanda from WandaVision. Yeah, her, and then the Spider-Man movie. So it's gonna be crazy. No. But it all started with a woman.
Well, I would say this because we found out that the TVA is a black-owned business. Shout out to Kang. His name, not King.
Spoiler alert! If you have not seen.
Yeah, spoiler alert. His name is Kang.
Kang.
Black-owned business, and you got this white woman coming there complaining, and she looks sick, and she wants things how she wanted. Even though the timeline was actually pretty, it was okay until
it was decent. It was all right. It was all right.
She wanted to come in and kill dude. So was she a Karen? That's the question. Was she a Karen of the multiverse, messing up the whole timeline because she was upset about something?
My God.
Upset about something that happened a very long time ago. And then the crazy part was he offered her, if you don't like the way how I'm running it, then you can run it. Well, why are you giving it up? Because I'm tired. And then he said, if you kill me, just imagine my variance is 10 times worse. And what did she do? She killed the man.
Killed you. Like, you're not listening. You
see the tunnel vision.
I swear that's a woman.
You and your feelings. Isn't that what Eve did? We told you not.
That's right. That is right. Don't eat that apple, Eve. Man.
We told you, do not eat the apple. Then you bring it to your husband. You bring it to Adam, like, here it is right here. Oh, That's what. Oh, you buy this wood? Oh, this is a good apple. Hey, where you get this fruit from? Oh, I got from that tree. The same tree I told you not to touch. Did I just tell you that not to touch this tree? And you brought it to me.
Not going mad at all of us. Going mad at both of us. Oh man.
I told you not to touch that tree. But that snake was the one I told you not to
cut the tree, not to cut. Then they're gonna get mad and say, you always bringing up something that I did wrong. Like, okay, I did wrong, now let it go.
I can't let this go.
Man, can't let it go.
No, I can't let this go. You got all these different Kangs out here.
You know, we got all because of a woman. But it's cool. It's you know, I saw a comment when they said if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have a multiverse. It's the same thing with Star-Lord. If it wasn't for Star-Lord, we wouldn't have Infinity War.
All up in your feelings.
Because all Star-Lord had to do
was like 5 minutes.
That's all he had to do.
His emotions for 5 seconds.
Just to take the glove off them old rusty ass hands, and it would have been over.
And see, Kang is more powerful than Thanos. Thanos was powerful.
Yeah.
Kang had the Infinity Stone as a coaster.
Exactly.
He was playing marbles with him, like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, another one.
Oh man. Yeah, paperweights. Oh my gosh! All you had to do, Star-Lord. I need to go back and watch that scene to see who was freed, who could have held Star-Lord back. Because Doctor Strange was there, he was doing his part. Tony was there, Peter was there, Mantis was there. Somebody could have got a hold of Star-Lord, bro.
Okay, let's break it down. What was Doctor Strange actually doing?
He held the rope, the magic rope thing to hold him down.
Okay.
Everybody had to hold him down.
Everybody was doing their part. So Star-Lord was just doing what? Just antagonizing the situation?
Pretty much, because he was boasting about it. No, hey, this is my plan. This is my plan.
He was asking about Gamora. What happened?
Yeah, he was asking about Gamora. Yeah.
He was crying and stuff. You killed Gamora.
Yeah.
He had that ugly face too. They hated Chris Pratt. They hated Chris Pratt when that movie was over with, man. They hated. They killed his comments, bro. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Because they left it with the cliffhanger. Because no Superman movie had ever done that before, where they just killed everybody and the movie was over. It was like,
and that's why
they killed Spider-Man.
Yeah, the ultimate cliffhanger. Because I walked out of that theater, felt like a hole was just inside of me, bro. I couldn't believe that.
They played no music for the credits. It was just like, man.
It was dark. Like they played no music at all, and everybody was just sitting there waiting until they showed Samuel Jackson or whatever. But it was still like, what the fuck did I just witness?
Dude, what just happened? So he was responsible for getting everybody killed.
Yep. Yeah, he was.
Black Widow would still be alive.
That's true.
Cost everybody 5 years of their life.
Yep. Sure did.
Imagine people coming back 5 years later. The girl ain't your girl no more.
Man,
exactly.
Other people singing in your house.
Man.
And he was responsible for the timeline because remember the lady that trained what's her name? I forgot her name, that trained Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, she said if you do this the timeline is gonna be messed up. Now you go back to the TVA. So it all started with Star-Lord.
All because of Star-Lord, all up in his feelings.
Superheroes ain't that super.
No. Come and pick up your feelings. Oh man. Speaking of killing somebody, sorry, no, that's bad. That's bad.
I mean, speaking of transition is that? Speaking of killing, no, whoa, I ain't know
like killing. Whoa, James. What you got going on in your mind today?
Horrible transition. So Lupe and Royce the 5'9", they have their own podcast and everything.
Yeah.
So they, of course, if you watch Royce and Lupe's podcast, they always going one up each other, going back at each other, spitting shots at each other. So they had like a little friendly diss track against one another. And No, it was cool. You know, Royce, found out he threw some heat at Lupe, and then Lupe went Lupe. And this is why I say a nerd that can rap is a bad combination. And he went in. When I said, so, we know Royce come with the heat. Lupe come with the heat, but nobody really pay attention to Lupe like they should, because Lupe is a lyricist.
That is true. That is very true.
He's he don't get the radio play like that. There's some rap artists out there that don't get the radio play like they should. Lupe is one of them. But if you sit down and listen to like his mixtapes or his rhymes and his double entendres, I was sitting there listening to it, and I said Lupe was just, if Royce threw a jab, Lupe was throwing some haymakers, some uppercut. Like he was catching, like who don't care? Like he catching them.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah. Sit down and then while you sit and listen to that, because it was nice. So
speaking about lyricists and good music coming out, and good music is his label. Did y'all check out Kanye West and what went down in New Orleans? Was it in New Orleans or in Atlanta?
It was in
Atlanta. Okay, I get confused because they both Mercedes BMW stations.
No, he's dropping a new. He dropping a new Donda 2 or something like that. Donda. I think that's
Donda.
It's named after his mom, right?
Right.
Okay.
And I think Jay-Z sent in his lyrics for a verse at 4 p.m. on a Friday. Was it Friday? 4 p.m. Friday, and the internet went crazy.
Yes, they did.
He played a little bit of it at his listening party. Internet went crazy. It was like, what, Jay-Z? Because that means they back friends again.
Yeah. See, that's what it is, man. When you get rid of that one that you weren't supposed to be talking to, we all had that moment. Your homeboy said, man, don't talk to it, man. But you went on and did it anyways.
And then you don't want to hear all that heartbreaking pain later. Because, see, I already told you that pot was hot, and you touched it anyway.
Yeah.
The pot was hot.
The pot was hot.
Make it hot.
Yeah, make it hot. No. I'm waiting for it to hit iTunes. But yeah, Kanye, man, Kanye. It's crazy. He's the only artist that can do something and say something stupid. And it's like, Kanye, come on, man, sit down somewhere, But then when he started to get behind the keyboard and he do what he do best, all of that goes out the window. Everybody forgets when Kanye. This was in 2019, where he was on a rant. Well, it was 2020, I think, too. No, not too much because it was the pandemic. But he was on his rant about slavery, about this, about that, and he was endorsing Donald Trump, this and that, and the third. But when he started working them keyboards and he started putting them lyrics together, it's over.
You're right about that, man.
He got a song. He got, not to cut you off, James, but he got a song, Pop Smoke, dropped, I think, last weekend or this weekend, I think. And man, he got a song on there he did with Pop Smoke and Pusha T.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice, bro.
Yeah. Tell you, man. Kanye is Kanye, man. Like you said, when he get behind them keyboards. And that now I need to go back and watch that SNL skit when they was making fun of him and Donald Trump. I don't know if y'all ever saw that one, but
I think so.
That right there. I don't want to go too far into it, but yeah, that skit right there had me cracking up. The dude who played as Kanye, dude, that was hilarious.
That was Chris Red.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But talking about music here, Dr. Dre, man, this dude, So Dr. Dre is ordered to pay his ex-wife Nicole Young $300,000 of them things a month.
$300 to him.
He got it.
Yeah, he got it.
He billionaire status.
He got it. That's billionaire status. She probably wanted more. I think she did want more.
She did want more.
They wanted millions.
The voice. Going back and forth. He was calling out groupies and everything.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you how the rich people like that, how they work. He's just gonna cut whatever royalty checks that he get. That's gonna be hers. That's it. He don't even have to see that money. Like, he don't have to physically walk down to the bank and sign his. No, okay, that's what you want. That's worth about $300. You got it. There you go. You can take that.
Yeah. To us, we like, man, that's a lot of money. But to him, we're like, okay.
To us, we going to Mexico to change our last name.
Somebody asked me
Straight up, man.
I had one of my female cousins asked me about that. About what you think about her getting 300K. Do you think that's enough? I'm like, that's not my tax bracket to comment on. One.
I know, I can't
them rich people probably lie.
Them rich
You know, 100, I'm 100 and below. 100K and below.
Yeah. Like
Exactly.
I almost know what that look like.
I don't even know what that means. 300K or what?
Like you talking to me? I'm just talking about like getting a steak from from Walmart. They gonna get some extra filet mignon with the fire coming out and looking extravagant at the nice hotel with the nice wine. I don't know what this is.
Y'all go to Benny Hunter's for your noodles. I go get mine from Roman noodles. Okay, I put the water with the tab and heat it up and put some. And if you feel special, you throw some garlic salt on there a little bit, boom boom. And if you really feel special, you go get the wieners, you boil it, chop it up, put it in there. Shit. That's it.
Economics 101.
That's it. Good numbers somewhere. That's it. And the butter sandwiches. Yeah.
Yo, hood struggle meal. What's your favorite hood struggle meal, y'all?
Oh,
that it right there?
Oh man, back in the day, I haven't eaten in so long. Hood struggle meal. I would have to say rice and Vienna sausage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chop them up.
Yeah. That's a good one. Me sugar sandwiches get the butter, get the syrup, and get the bread. That's another one. That's dessert right there. So if I had a little bit of cinnamon in there, that's fancy right there.
Mine was spam sandwiches.
Spam sandwiches?
That was mine.
Ooh.
Spam sandwiches. My mama used to toast them, and I was the one that put the cheese on them. And then when she get it out of the fryer, she put it on the bread and just lay that cheese on there and let that cheese do what it do, man. And put that butter on there nice. And my mama would chop it up. Oh my God. I'm going to go get some spam today.
No, man, you winning. I'm telling you, you winning with them.
You winning with that. See, that's and we don't know nothing about no 300,000. We don't know about no 300,000.
No, at all. What we talking about here?
We will one day, God's gonna bless us.
On his way. It's on his way.
It's on his way.
It's on his way. Speaking into existence.
I do know somebody who do know about 300K right about now. Your boy Jeff Bezos gifted Van Jones 100 million.
Oh my God, yeah.
Dude.
Come on now.
See,
I'm like, what did he do? Give me. Forget Van Jones. He got a little money. Give it to us.
I need to evaluate my friends.
Right? That's a real one right there.
$100 million, bro. I need to evaluate my friends.
Bro, tell me what he's a commentator, right?
Yeah, commentator on CNN.
On CNN, yeah.
I bet he walked into work the next day like they told him to do something like, "Oh, you talking to me?" Man, this job, I'm out.
That $100 million, you will have a different type of attitude.
Oh man, telling you, my 100 mil says otherwise, that I need to do what you want me to do. So how do I even approach somebody like that just got offered that? Like, man, dude, this.
Like, how do you come to work the next day and be offered? That's what I told my brother-in-law. That's, when people say if I win $1 million out of the lottery, I'm going to go to work the next day. No, you're not.
No,
because that $1 million is going to be on you. It's going to be right here in your head. And so the minute when someone says something bad to you, a supervisor, you're going to leave. Man, fuck that. I don't mean I fucking goddamn $1 million now.
What you mean make copies? I ain't making no goddamn.
What you mean meeting? Ain't no meeting. What I need to do? No meeting.
And leave.
What did you do for that money?
Man, I'm telling you,
real cool.
Man, I'm telling you, you must doing your job the right way, man. Like, you must,
Proud warrior or something like y'all spiritual. I'm like, what is the connection? I didn't know they was tight like that.
Really, like, man. I'm saying, man.
You know what? I'm interested to see though. Van Jones is gonna be a little bit different in how he commentates on CNN now. Like now he have money pressures. You know, he be more free to talk his real mind.
That boy sure gonna be.
Yeah, he did it, and I told him where to find him at. You know, like.
Oh boy, whole mindset changed now.
Yeah, he go in there and put his feet up on the desk. Boom. Yeah, I'm gonna take it like how you take it.
What y'all feel about this, dude? Y'all, how y'all feel about this? I don't really. 100 million. I know. You don't start talking about the news differently now.
And then is that, I wonder, well, because it's a gift, it's not necessarily something, I mean, does it get taxed? Or is that all tax free? Right? Because somebody's just giving you 100. So like, that's 100 million.
That is a good question.
But like I said, in the mind of someone that's rich, because us, we middle class. So when it comes down to like 100 million, you looking at like, damn, that's a lot of money. But to Jeff Bezos, that's not a lot of money for him. Just like with Dr. Dre, all that is taxable. So they looking at that like 300K, that's taxable. 100 million, that's taxable. Because the government was going to take that anyway, especially with Joe Biden and his new tax policies.
Yeah.
You know, I have an idea. Let's just tweet Jeff Bezos. Say, hey, I just need 5 million just to do this and this, just to see if he feel like giving away money. Maybe he'll just be like, you know what? Nobody did that. You know what? I'll go ahead and do it. Just give it away. Just give it away.
Yeah, just give it away. Like nothing. Like it's nothing to you.
Yeah, exactly. That's like I said. That's a mind of rich. That's how they they operate. One day I'm gonna think about that, and I'm gonna miserably fail on my first year because I ain't giving away shit. I don't give a damn. But Mr. Tolliver is taxable. You're gonna have to prove that to me that is taxable. I'm gonna have to see paperwork. And then the second year of me being a rich NIGGA, then I'll be good. But that first year, I ain't giving away shit.
No.
I ain't giving away.
Your family members that you have never seen ever gonna come out of those. Hey, what's up, kid?
I'm gonna be like Dave Chappelle with all of the diamonds on me. I'm gonna be sitting just like this.
Take care of my debt.
What's up, family? We know you got it, man. We know you got it. Hey, man, so I got this thing. I got this project, man, but I just need you to endorse it. You could just go ahead and hand me the money, and I'll take care of it for you, man.
Yeah, then you have your accountant say, that's a good taxable thing. No, that is Tyrone. Tyrone always have an idea. I'm not trying to hear anything from Tyrone.
You know what I would do? I would take my closest family members. I would take care of their highest bill, and that was it. And then I would probably get with the Earn Your Leisure guys or Wall Street Trapper people, and I would find some business that's gonna make money.
Yeah,
more money. Yeah, and y'all really Tyrone can want to go work and run this, and he can do it right, and he can go.
Yep.
I think I'll still be in the same house. I still be driving the same truck. I would do something what you're doing, Chris. I wouldn't give people money. I give people opportunities.
Yeah.
You can have your opportunity to make your own money versus me giving you money because it's not helping you. You know.
Yeah. If I give you,
that's what happened to Hammer. He tried to help and gives out so much to so many, and he ended up bankrupt because he really bought the whole hood with him and paid, like people was getting their college tuition paid off through Hammer when they was working.
Yeah. So no, that's not gonna slide.
Yeah. I'll put you in a position so you can win. I'm not gonna just straight up like give no lie. I do have a short list of people who I will bless, but other than that, because I have a big pet peeve about people that's only calling me when they want something.
Yeah,
I have a big pet peeve about that.
That's why I try calling people and saying, hey man, how you doing? How this and that and the third, what's going on with you? And even if I do want to ask them something, I'm gonna be like, no, they can hold off. Let me check on my boy, because I ain't heard from him in a while. And I hate being that kind of person.
Yeah. And it shows, history shows, man. Like he only probably won't when you want something. So
so if someone came and asked you guys for some money, that you haven't seen in years, what's gonna be your answer?
No.
Which brings me to the Jordan Peele movie.
Good transition. Nope. 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 Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Nope. Who did that?
We have no trailer. Nope. We have no teaser.
Nope.
We have no understanding of this movie called.
Nope.
No, I have to disagree because he finally gave us understanding. So which I didn't need the trailer because I understand it.
But did he give you understanding, or did someone else give you understanding? Was it Jordan Peele or was it somebody else? Because I read the same thing. It was somebody else.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. It was somebody else.
It was somebody else. All we have is a cloud with flash coming from the cloud, a town, some mountains, it's dark, a tree, that's it.
You come out your house, you see that, and what'd you say? Nope, time to go.
No, no,
hell no. I mean,
I hate monkey paw.
You know that little meme with the little baby that's walking out and then turns and waddles back around?
Yeah.
Nope.
So y'all think it's one of them horror movies like black people going out?
Nope. Hey man, I need to go down
the
there.
movie only be 10 minutes, so it's got to be a little bit more to it.
It got to be. That's why I said it got to be a little bit. That's why I don't like Monkey Paw, because they worse than Marvel. They just, here you go, take it back. Here you go, take it back. And we got to wait a whole year because he dropped the poster 7/22. That was a couple of days ago. Yeah. So we have to wait till 7/22/22.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least your Candyman's coming out next week.
Oh man, that's up for discussion, man. That damn Candyman. The numbers are coming back up. Okay, so the numbers of COVID cases are coming back up. So we don't know from a month from now. We don't know what's going to happen with these theaters. I'm being honest.
True.
Yeah, true. Try it again. Don't work. Speaking of Candyman and all these scary movies, so I didn't get a chance to talk about it last show, but they got a Chucky series that's going to happen soon, like this year, I believe. And I don't know. I don't know if there's a trailer or anything out there for it just yet, but it got me thinking, like, what scary movie franchise would you do a series of? They did Scream already, but if you had your choice, what would be a scary film that you would turn to a series?
For the record, let me just say, 2 people gave me nightmares growing up, and that was Chucky.
Ooh.
One of them, because my mom had life-size Raggedy Ann dolls in the living room.
Oh, God.
Yeah, any little creak or crack, and we're like, so Chucky scared the mess out of me. So that's why I'm like, ooh. And then, but as far as your question, and the other person that used to also scare me was Freddy, because you can't run from sleep. So they can make a whole series off of Freddy, because
they could.
You can go in anybody's dream.
Yeah.
For me, Skeleton Key.
Skeleton. Ooh, that's a good one.
Skeleton Key. And here's my theory about movies in Louisiana. It doesn't matter what location you film. If you film in New York, it's a town. It's scary. Okay. You film in California, it's all right. But for some reason in Louisiana, any part in Louisiana, especially New Orleans and the swamps, it makes the movie 10 times creepy, scary because of tradition and the heritage down there. They have haunted, they literally have, may God strike me down, they have haunted slave plantations. I had a co-worker a long time ago. I was working at a dealership. Him and his wife went to go visit one, and they actually spent the night at one, at a haunted slave plantation. You don't know what kind of torture, what kind of, they was white, by the way.
Of course they was.
They was from the Mount Caucasus. They was from the mountain of Caucasus, yes, boy. But anyway, you don't know what went on in those plantations.
Yeah.
People that died there. Then they have voodoo and hoodoo. From hoodoo came from Haitians. Well, voodoo and hoodoo came from Haitians, but hoodoo came from from Haiti and then moved to New Orleans. So that whole state is creepy, bro. Like, man, I took the back street one time.
Yeah.
To get to New Orleans to go visit my wife's grandmother.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like, come on,
man.
I ain't doing it. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
And then what was that movie with the lady was putting the people in the dolls and it'd be all the creepy stuff with the
Evil Silence, Dead Silence.
Dead Silence. I remember that one.
Dead Silence. That's my favorite movie.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
Final Destination would be another good one.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some good ones like this. Good.
That's the reason I can't drive next to 18-wheelers now on the freeway.
Because of Final Destination.
Yeah. I never liked driving next to them. Even before that movie. Well, I wasn't driving before the movie came out. But nah, I never did like being next to those. Nah.
I seen one of those wood trucks before recently, actually.
Ooh,
going up towards Conroe. It's safe to say nobody was around it.
Thank God.
That movie. I think it is one of them too.
That could be a good, yeah.
People fear clowns is real.
Also,
Pennywise, the little dance you do. What's this?
The Conjuring can also be a series too.
Oh yeah, Annabelle.
Because they got them people. They had like over 1,000. What you say cases? So
bro, they still got cases. They can honestly make movies for years and years to come because they both passed away. Actually, the woman passed away. I think if I'm not mistaken, in 2018 or 2019. The husband been passed away, but they have cases, millions of cases, and that room is actually real. That's a real room in their house. So yes,
like burn that shit down.
Yeah, I know they doing.
They can't.
Oh man,
don't let me get into that, man. I'm gonna make y'all not go to sleep.
Like, what's your code for after you watch a scary movie? Keep watching cartoons. Put all the lights on in your house. Stay underneath the cover. Make sure your feet not out so that the thing don't get you.
Man, close the door and put a gun right next to me.
Hey man, you remember on Paranormal Activity, the first one? Homegirl left her foot out and the ghost like snatched her out the bed.
Oh man, I love scary movies. I really do. I love scary movies. The Nun is one of them. Have you seen The Nun before?
Yeah,
man, it's good movies, man. You have about to have Chucky with this series.
My type of scary movie was more like the screams. I like the they don't make scary movies that give you that jump that a lot of them. Until The Conjuring kind of like I said that universe kind of brought it back. But before then, like it was a long period where we was getting more gory movies instead of like really scary.
Yeah, and it takes away from.
They give you that you don't know what's about to happen. You don't know what's about to happen. Oh,
yeah. You know what? You're right, Chris. The Conjuring did, and then it had came with the clown because I was not expecting kids to get fucked up like that.
I ain't watched the version of it yet.
Boy, they was tearing some children up in there, boy. Woo! Yeah. them kids, they showed no mercy to the babies.
No, they didn't. I like, dang, man.
Like, God damn.
Kids like that, man. Pennywise.
I'm still messed up off that show, them, and that, that cat in the bag.
They can keep that.
And the is you ain't man. I don't know what his name is.
They
tap
can
dancing man.
The tap dancing man. Yeah, they can keep that guy.
What you gonna do?
They announced are they gonna get a season 2? Yeah, I know. Like, where do you go with the story from there?
I don't know. They haven't said anything yet, but I hope so. And then I don't.
Yeah, it was definitely triggering.
Yes,
it was triggering. One that I do hope that they do bring back, which is a rumor, is the Lovecraft Country. So since they got those 18 Emmy nominations, it's the rumor saying that they're going to try to bring it back to TV. So I'm like, but why would you take it off in the first place? I mean, I see why, because they were talking about they only made that one season is based off the book. And so since they didn't write another book for it, they are saying that they're not too sure about the second season. But you see how successful it was, and the people that's at the helm of it, they would have, handled it. So we'll see how it goes, man.
Yeah, I hope it does, because I like all those actors did a great job. And the crazy part is I only saw one episode. I only saw the first episode. And when you told me about it, I was like, damn, man, now they finna cancel. It's canceled already. So it's like I don't want to finish watching it. But
no.
I hope it comes back. Netflix need to grab it.
Now there's a show has nothing to do with the genres we just talked about. It's completely left ball. But it's a lot of ladies that I know that watch this show called Put a Ring on It on the OWN network. And I watched it, I watched it. I did. And the concept is just crazy. I wonder what people think about when they approve certain shows. Now, this show, this is like said, Malcolm and Marie was stressful. This is somebody inviting that type of situation into their life.
Oh, Lord.
The show is based around these three couples and they're meeting with this therapist. And again, I don't know, whatever issues they have, they want to get married and all that, but they have some stuff they got to work out. And so to get through to that point, to decide they want to put a ring on it, they date other people.
What?
During the process. And the episode I watched, they were in the same restaurant with their date where they was dating other people. And it was like, you can decide if you want to go out with the person again. And one girl was upset because it was like her dude's third or fourth date with the girl because he liked her. She got
that don't make any sense.
That sounds toxic to me.
It's not really helping y'all situation. It's just creating distrust and making it work. I'm like, what do people think of these shows?
This sounds highly unhealthy for everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah, to get to the altar, I'm gonna date other people and tell you all, and they sit there and talk about the dates and how they enjoyed the dates. I'm like,
no, that's not this. I'm afraid for the younger generation. I'm already afraid from the single life for myself.
Woo.
But I'm
fearing. Talk about that. That's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother. We gonna need a whole other show for that.
I can go in right about now. But.
Yeah, we sure can. Yeah, we.
Yeah, but
I hate it. I hate it for it because it's really ruining up the whole family dynamic. It really is, because it's supposed to be you meet someone, you have that chemistry with each other, and y'all take it from there. Relationships is not easy. It's not easy. It's gonna take some work, and it's like now it's like a civil war between woman and man. Who's gonna give a little bit? Who's gonna give a lot? Who's going to have the most money? What I've been hearing is about money. I can't be with somebody if he makes this much money or that much money. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like, I think a lot of things that the ideal of marriage and stuff has changed in recent years, just with what we see on TV, and those, and what we see, on social media. I think that influences just a lot of what our ideal, and it shapes our idea of what this should look like, what that should look like, and how this should be, and how that should be. So I think that's what affects, a lot. But it is what it is.
Very, very true. I'm gonna continue to pray for the younger generation. Generation Z, is it?
Are they Z? I guess.
Yeah, I think they are.
My son's generation. I'm gonna pray for my son's generation.
Yeah. I'm like, man, you see it all day, every day on social media right now. Sad stuff.
Yeah, because hey, just like we said in the beginning of the segment with the Loki, there's gonna be a whole lot of Kevin Samuels around here. Once you kill off one, it's gonna be something.
Because you gotta get that petition to try to get rid of him.
That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. That is not gonna happen.
What they gonna do? They gonna block? How they gonna do that? Like, what you gonna block them from social media? Or
They're
like,
trying to put a petition out to I guess so many signatures to rid of his show. But just like, even though I may not agree with a lot of what he say and some of his methods,
yeah,
he has the right to freedom of speech. You know, as long as he's not inciting any riots or anything like your boy Donald.
yeah. Where Derek Jackson at, by the way?
Huh?
Where Derek Jackson at?
Oh,
Right next to my $100 million.
like him, Kevin Samuels and Derek Jackson are the same person. It's just the tone in which they take.
Pretty much.
Samuels is just real harsh.
Well, Kevin Samuels ain't got caught in the ratchet yet.
That too.
He haven't got caught in the ratchet.
Yeah.
Not yet. Wait,
Derek Jackson just he says pretty much he comes out in the same way, but it's just in a softer tone. This is how people receive it. They receive it in a soft way. Well, Kevin Samuels don't give a fuck. He just like,
he just straight up.
You a 5. A 5, you think you're gonna get a 10 with a 5? And you look like that. I'm like, dang, you know. But,
like, dang, dude. Like, God, dog, man.
When I watch those videos, I feel so bad. I'm like, who is your friends? Why did they tell you to get on this show?
Yes.
They really don't care about you.
Like, why did you do this to yourself? You know what he is. You know what he's about. So.
Because if that was any one of my sisters, I'd have to fight Kevin Samuels through the phone.
Right? They pulling up. Bro, you ain't talking about some of my people like that.
I know. I might have to fight him through the phone.
I know watching that. Man, turn that shit off.
Man, dude.
Have more respect for yourself, young ladies. Please. Don't let that man talk to y'all in any kind of way.
No, at all.
That's verbal abuse. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
It is. And you gonna sit there and take it like that? Nah, man. I got like, nah.
I digress. Well, let's see. Well, what else we got to talk about? You want to talk about Space Jam? And that director that's the original Space Jam said that LeBron is not no Mike.
Yeah, you're right. He's not Michael Jordan. He's LeBron James. LeBron James actually is about to become a billionaire by the end of this year.
First athlete to be a billionaire, right?
Yep.
I know Michael Jordan. Now he's trying to figure out, he's competitive. He's like, wait, he what?
Man, I blame ESPN for this, Sports Center, all that, for saying, like, just pretty much talking about he steady chasing the goals. He came out of high school with the number 23. He did this, but y'all steady talking about it. He is his own man. We got to stop. Yeah. Well, I say they have to stop comparing others to past legends, and that's what I say. So,
I mean, yeah. What you about to say, Chris? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, at this point, LeBron's a walking legend. He's a living legend at this point.
But I am a fan of LeBron, but you can't help to say that LeBron walks into it himself. He started off with the number 23 when he came in the league. He had any other choice of number. We all know what 23 means. Yeah. You could be in a grocery store and you see 23. That's the first thing that pop up in your mind. What's the first thing that pop up in your mind? 23.
Michael Jordan.
Exactly. So why would you choose 23? And now it's 24 with Kobe.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, when it basketball terms, in sports regardless, 23, he started off with 23. He ended up with 6 in Miami, back to 23 in Cleveland, back to 23 still with the Lakers. And I'm sorry, but you named Space Jam and Space Jam 2, New Legacy. Okay, but they wasn't in space.
They was in a multiverse, the Tuniverse.
And this is coming from a LeBron fan. Anybody that know me, my brother-in-law, shout out to my brother-in-law. But anybody that knows me, I'm a LeBron fan. But he wasn't in space.
But when you look at like the Tuniverse, when he was traveling, right? It's in their world that was a space.
He wasn't in space.
He wasn't in our space.
I'm talking about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He wasn't in space.
They traveled in a spaceship.
He was in a computer. In a computer, he wasn't in space. So when they asked the question on Skip Bayless, just do not like LeBron James at all. But
he be hating on him for no reason.
He be hating on LeBron for no reason. And I'm like, damn, Skip, get a man something.
Like,
yeah, man. I mean, damn, Skip, get a man something. I like the movie Space Jam for what it was. It was a kid film. But if he had the opportunity to name it something else, he should have. Because if you don't, oh man, LeBron keeps being compared to Jordan. Well, LeBron needs to stop doing Jordan-ish things and he wouldn't be compared to him. Like Kobe for years, we like, man, Kobe is no Jordan. Why he chewing his gum like that? Why he looking at the players like that? Why he move like that? Until later on we find out from his untimely death that he doctored his moves from Jordan and he used to call Jordan. He idolized Jordan. You understand? So we give Kobe a pass because it's like, that's Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, 24, like, number 8.
24, 20, that's Kobe Bryant. But everybody knows when you play Kobe, you playing Jordan 2.0. He admit that's him all day long. He admits that. Yeah. I mean, Jordan even confirmed that. But when it comes down to LeBron, it's like, oh, LeBron is LeBron. He's his own person. But why did he have to wear the number 23 for so many years? Why is he on Space Jam? When you think of Space Jam, you think of Jordan. You don't think of LeBron. So he could have named it something else other than Space Jam because it wasn't in space.
That is true.
Why name it Space Jam?
Well, would have been better if he said Tech Jam. I don't know.
I don't know. I know it wasn't in space, man.
Toon Jam.
Leave it up to the writers. So maybe he should have worn number 25. Or maybe he just come out and just say that he was inspired by Michael Jordan. That's why he wears the numbers. Everybody was inspired by Michael Jordan.
Everybody's inspired by Michael Jordan. That's what I'm saying. But I mean,
like I said last week, and whatever writer had wrote it, Space Jam is not for your old ass.
Yeah, Space Jam is not. Yeah, Space Jam is not for my old ass. You right. I take that.
I don't think they knew Michael Jordan's version like that. So.
Oh, he could have called what's the name of the basketball team on Space Jam? Toon Squad?
Toon Squad.
There you go. He could have named it Toon Squad. It would have been an adaptation of Space Jam. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, people will still have their jokes and say, so basically we can go see Space Jam too. But then it goes back to what Mike said, but we're not in space. We're on the way up. So
we're on the computer.
Toon space. We was in Toon space. There we go.
Yeah, it could have been that. I mean, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, you right about that. Skip Bayless. He always talk about LeBron, man. He must be the most. He got to be the in-closet LeBron James fan. If you go to Skip Bayless' house, I bet you if you open up his closet room door, he probably has a shrine of LeBron right there in the mural or something like that, and you got a little candle or whatever.
Yeah.
LeBron's tennis shoes right there. Like Skip just be hating.
Skip hate LeBron. He hates him. He hates him. And I love hearing them go back and forth because you got Shannon. Shannon be on it. And then you got Skip. And he say, you know what gets me every single time when you talk about LeBron? It's when I give him everything else. He's this and that and the third. But when you compare him to Michael Jordan, it just gets my craw.
Shannon just be so ignorant with it. He probably just debate him just to be my Hennessy and my Swisher Sweet. What's the most ignorant?
He brought a joke.
I love Shannon Sharp. In my mind, that's my uncle. That's Uncle Sharp. Because he goes in there and he picks with Shannon. He's picked with Skip. It's so funny. He like, oh, go, James, oh, go. Go.
How much Mountain Dew can y'all drink? I was betting in Mountain Dew. Oh, you got 12 cases. I'm like, ain't nobody supposed to drink that much soda.
Yeah. Y'all got some kidney problems.
It is funny. I ain't gonna lie. It is. Skip. No, I'll skip. No,
he used to do it so secretly when he said, yeah, the phony GOAT LeBron, and he said, Skip, don't do that, Skip.
No, we ain't gonna do that today.
Don't do that, Skip. Skip, don't do that.
That fool got a goat. He got a goat mask with a doggone seagull out the side of the mouth. Yeah, man, this dude's stupid.
Man, shout out to Undisputed, Skip and Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. I listen to them every single day. That's a great show. I never listened to a sports show ever until I watched Undisputed.
Entertaining.
Yes, it is. Very entertaining.
They are. Ladies and gentlemen, we got somebody coming through on our spotlight section for our Just Acting Up show. Y'all stay tuned, stay locked in. She got her own business. She's an actress. We're going to find out more about this person next. Just Acting Up show. Stay locked in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest up in the building. We got Johnedra Walls. So we're going to clap it in for this queen right here. So thank you for joining us. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So I met Johnedra I think a couple weeks ago, and she's an actress. Yeah, I can't just say actress. I gotta say actress like that. So she was cool from the first day I met her, man. And after that we just start talking. I know she was she's also a part of Real Talk 100, Can't Sugarcoat Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Please correct me.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So Johnedra, go ahead and tell the world about yourself. Tell us about you.
Okay, well, I actually took off a year from acting and started doing more of directing, the back part of it. Only because the reason why I took some time off, I think a lot of people are not as dedicated, as they should, and that starts from the producers, the writers. It's a lot of time consuming and finances are involved. But I love acting. I've been acting since I've been a little kid, like elementary school. I'm also a writer. I write plays. I'm writing this. I'm on my second book. But besides that, my normal life, I'm a mother of 3 adult children. My kids are 24, 23, and 19, getting to be 20 next month. That's my baby. But I also work for Harris County as a county investigator. That's my 9 to 5. Outside of that, I'm a life coach. Walls Life Coaching. Name of that. Walls is my last name, and it actually worked out perfect when I was trying to decide of the name for my company, because in order for us to fix ourselves, we got to serve from within on out. So it worked out with the name. Again, that's Walk in Life Coaching. I also have a phlebotomy school. It's called IDC Learning. The IDC is my kid, Ishmael, Destiny, Corinthians. And I chose to start the school this year in January. Start that school because I wanted to be residual income for my kids. And when they decide to have kids or married or whatever, I wanted to have some ongoing income. I don't want them to have to go through what I went through. So, and then not only depending on somebody else's payroll, whatever. So that's been going well. Again, it's IDC Phlebotomy Learning Center. I only have one person. My classes are 4 weeks long, but it's only 2 days a week. One person that has graduated from my class is not working because of them. They're not putting the effort. They're not applying themselves. So I'm really excited about that because I've been doing phlebotomy for 23. So it was a passion. I can do it with my eyes, literally. I draw my own blood, So that passion of mine, because it was a entry level into the medical that got me to where I'm at now. So I choose to tell people, start somewhere, take a little short class, and you don't have to take it, but just do something to get out there. For one, the medical field ain't going nowhere. So besides that, I have a business fair today with Mitchell. It's gonna be off the Beltway, and business fair is like a job fair. But it's a business fair to teach people about entrepreneurship, again, about getting extra money without putting in work. Like you just sitting, and it's good because I now have experience sitting at home and ding, I get a cash out. I've been waiting on that. I ain't know yet, and even I was sitting in class yesterday and I'm helping these people get to their goals and talk to them about short-term goals and long-term goals. That's my first day of class, short-term goals, long-term. Because I want to help you get to where you at. It's not just class, it's ministry to me as well. Yeah. So I sit there and I was looking like how it's a blessing just to be able to help somebody. Adults, we're not. So it's grown people my age and they're trying to support. I wish I had somebody that would teach me or could have showed me that when I was younger. Now I'm 42 and I feel like I'm just not getting myself together. I'm just now getting my life, and just now kind of understanding and learning how, and do things. So basically that's it. That's what I do. I've been in I actually just became a part of another show, but I'm in that play. I'm actually in a what is it called? Reality show. That I can't speak on that because we're recording and it can't come, we can't speak on that until it come out. I'm in another play. I play different characters. I have an old lady character that I'm actually doing a show with CSC Entertainment. I guess I want to say a part of CSC Entertainment when I'm doing plays and things like that. I co-host sometimes on the radio show, Real Talk Radio, but really, I don't think I'm co-host material. I mean, I may be I don't think I have time to be a co-host. I just want to be on the show, So I do that. Do radio personality at times, and I do speaking engagements. I speak at church. I'm very faithful in church. That's my number one ministry. My number one thing that I do. I sing in the background at church, and that's about it, And on my times that I'm not working, I'm always at work. I'm at home. That's it.
Yeah.
Home back.
Yeah. What do you like best as far as being like in the play, part of the play, or you like the directing part of it, behind the scenes more?
I love being in the play. I love acting. Because acting, you can be versatile. You can be whoever you want to be. It's just like social media. Right. You can be whatever you want to be on social media. It's like, so acting is really good because you get to bring out different emotions. Sometimes with acting, some stuff that you don't think that you're dealing with, kind of stuff you can push in the back of your head, and then you get to acting it out or seeing your other co-actors acting, and it brings out certain emotions or kind of helps you, help some situations, so I love it because you can just be what you want to be. Yeah. I want to play a gangster. I haven't played a gangster role, and I want to play an officer role. I want to, play like a real tough role. Right. They always give me wife roles, these old ladies, nice roles. I want to.
Well, maybe that's the role you got to write for yourself. You say you're a writer, right?
Oh yeah.
There you go. Write it for yourself. Mm-hmm.
As she sips her drink, when you tell her, drop them gems, like, yes, I will.
It's a nasty smoothie.
Oh my God. So first of all, shout out to CSC Entertainment, Can't Sugarcoat, Juana Pitts and husband, Johnny Pitt. Great play. And that's where I met Johnedra at on the stage play, You Only Get One. And I think it was the second day is when you were there. And like I was just in the back chilling, and they said, Johnedra. I'm like, who's this? Who's this? And so, and then that's when I finally met you. And then you was holding things down there, with getting the show going and everything else. And I'm like, man, who's this superwoman just handling things like she just came through? I'm like, man, okay. So I applaud you and thank you for, coming in at that point in time and just doing your thing. And I just to hear all that you just told us, you got your own business, you got, your students and, you direct, and then you're an actress. And then how do you Balance
out the two. Because you work for Harris County as an investigator?
I work for, and I work, that's Monday through Friday. I get off no later than 5 o'clock. So 4:59, I'm not answering my phone no more.
So you investigate what, like?
I'm a public health investigator. I investigate public health. Like the y'all remember that roach that came out that pizza?
Oh, you know what? I got some places I need for you.
So you like the Marvin Zilla?
She Marvin Zilla. I got some spots on 1960.
But basically what I investigate is like different like illnesses, diseases, and things like that, or just my role is to stop the spread. Basically, that's the main thing. Stop the spread.
Okay.
So I started really going into detail, investigating, for us, calling other people, whether it be your job, whatever, it's crazy these days because a lot of people don't want help. And I'm gonna say they don't want help. I don't know if they don't want it or they don't want nobody else to know that they need it. Because what it is if somebody gives somebody else, or the possibility of giving somebody else something, they don't want them to know I gave it to you, so they keep it a secret. But it's my job. I gotta tell you because we gotta get everybody treated and stuff like that. So when I say investigation, like you gotta really go back, you gotta harass these people, and they be kind of rude. I get all the difficult patients because I know how to talk to people, maneuver around and just get to know them, like get to let them know I'm there to help them, not just getting their business or judge them. I guess when people, I don't know why I don't have an issue with that. Some other people they tell you they ain't who they are, and you be right in their face. But I want to speak on you speaking on me, Joffrey.
Yes, ma'am.
Call you Joffrey. When I heard of you before I met you, I didn't hear about acting, but what I heard of was all the positive things about you, which was it was a lot of situations going on, of course, a negative situation, or people wanted to quit or give up or things like that. And I always say that Joffrey was he would tell us this, you would say some positive, praying with him, you would always get him, turn him back around, get him back in the good mood. So I was like, oh my God, like who was this person who, because I knew it was a lot of things going on. It was a lot of stuff going on, like tried to stop that play, tried to end it, a lot of things happening. But for you to be new to the situation, to see it happen, and was able to just be able to reach people and connect and change the whole atmosphere, I was like, oh, that's cool. And shout out to my BFF Corvus.
Yeah,
like that. To give him a shout out. He was always telling me about you. Like always, like I was like, cut somebody out, and Johnny said, don't whatever. So I appreciate you with just changing the atmosphere of the whole thing every time. I mean, I kept, it wasn't just from him. I was hearing from Slappy, things like that. So then, when I came to the show that day, I came one time before to rehearsal. And it was crazy. And this is nobody, don't ever do that. I was supposed to be the director, but I never came. But I knew that when I came, I could get it together. So that's why I promised something that one time. So, I was a stage manager. And or something I was I a director? Stage manager, whatever I was. But anyway, so that day when I came, you got on stage, and it was like, when I was asking who you were before you came out on stage, I was like, new actor. I was like, oh, okay. Whatever. And so I'm like, that's cool. You got an opportunity with somebody who's known, well known. CSC has did several plays. They had sold out shows several times. So to come out and actually be in that place that you were at, the guy who owns that actual theater, that was a good thing. And there was other people out in the audience, different playwrights. I think I'm telling y'all that playwrights, and they come and they scout people. So it was different people out there. So that's why I kept coming back there telling y'all things. And when you came out on stage, you took it to be a new actor. I don't know who taught you, self-taught.
Yeah. But
you came out like you've been on Tyler Perry shows, like You came out and you stole that stay. And I was yelling from, I don't know if y'all heard, because even though I was crying, I was yelling from the sidelines, like I'm in church. Boy, you gotta say, but I was just really surprised, like, oh my God, like you came out and you stole every time you hit it, whatever it was, you stole it, you took it, you came out like that. That's your place. And I just want to encourage you to keep pushing and tell you that is your place on stage. That is your place behind the camera. I don't know if what's his name, Chris and Mike.
Yeah.
Did y'all come to the show?
Yeah, I was there.
We showed up.
We was
Y'all
there.
saw you, boy.
Huh?
I saw
Y'all came
him.
Sunday, I came Saturday.
We came Sunday.
I was there Sunday.
We seen.
Yeah, we seen
Oh, y'all
him.
saw me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were in the crowd. They were in the crowd, and it's probably because you had so much going on that day, Johnedra, that you probably didn't like really focus. And after everything was like settled.
Yeah, then everything was over with, people was asking me about life coaching and stuff in the school.
Yeah. You was busy. Well, first and foremost, thank you for that. I really greatly appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to see you. Well, when you are, acting, I'm looking forward to. So let us know, and we'll show up and we'll support you. Whenever it is what you're doing. Yeah, and for our viewers who heard us say the roach inside the pizza. So myself and Mike, how a couple weeks ago, me and Mike was on Real Talk Radio 100, and so Johnedra brought so she bought some pizza from Little Caesars. So I don't know what Little Caesars.
On Memorial and Antoine, next to the Family Dollar in the food town.
Little Caesar there and put you on blast. I ain't gonna say your name. I was just gonna say pizza.
I was yeah, man. So just be careful with that Little Caesar right there. Hey, man.
Shake the pizza, cause
he was just chilling.
Cause I can see that if you come into your house, take your shoes off. Don't sit on my couch for too long. And make sure you shake your clothes. Because that was a big deal. That was a big deal leaving out that parking lot.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know if there was another one hiding up under, then I had to take it back to the place.
Then it was
and they when I took it back, they said we never had that happen. I say I don't see why not when you got crumbs out on the floor over there and blah 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 whatever. And I'm looking like what? So first thing I looked for was who cleared this thing yet. I looked at Harris County thing, and I said, look, I ain't gonna tell on y'all. But I showed them my badge. Just let me tell y'all something. Why y'all up here lying and telling me? I showed them everything in there. I said, y'all got. They had the little slots where you put how do you slide the pizza in?
Yeah.
They weren't even closed. And then they had it to where the pizza slides all the way at the bottom, where it was almost to the floor. You can't tell me y'all ain't got roaches.
Oh my God, man! Isn't that the worst though?
Man,
like when
you sip on this again.
I know how.
And that was a look, and that roach wasn't even scared of us. He looked like he ride along with the pizza all the time because he was just. We opened up the box, he was just sitting there. He didn't run, nothing. He just sat there.
Like I said,
I had a cousin that does similar work, and she had to close down her favorite restaurant. Like, have that ever happened to you? They say don't visit your favorite restaurants in that line of work.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Well,
I bet they talk about her now.
Well, one time I was at Timmy Chan's and I came home with the food and I put it on the stove. We had ants real bad at my mom's house. So as I got out of the shower, got my food, there was little asses coming out of the rice, but it didn't stop me.
You're strong. That made you the man.
Yes, right. Yeah. Exactly.
I guess it's
lessons, life, learning.
Look, y'all.
Because I stay on 1960. That's all the way in Lockwood. I'm not going back over there, and I paid $5.50. I'm not going back over there.
Why y'all laughing?
Around it.
I'm from the hood. I'm from. Let me shout out to I'm from Acres Home. Let me shout out to Acres Home. But we done had some. We done had some rats. We done had some roaches. We done had mice. We done had all types of stuff. And I said after that, I wonder how many times, because if I wouldn't have saw that roach, Or if I would pretended like I didn't see that roach, y'all would have ate that roach. Y'all know that, right?
No, not me. Because I said no in the beginning. The spirit told me say no.
Oh man. Hey,
So I bet it was plenty of times we done ate some roaches or some ants.
hey,
Or if we
man.
go to Timmy Chance, we probably ate more than that.
Oh Lord.
I know I ate some ants for
I'm
sure
pretty
that
sure you
night.
probably did, man.
You probably ate some cats too.
Oh my goodness.
Eating from Timmy
I'm
Chance.
fine with that. It's all good.
I guess it was.
Actually, it is a chicken shortage. So if the Chinese restaurant still got chicken.
You see, we stopped and changed the thigh stop.
Thigh stop. Okay, so that's real chicken.
Oh, hopefully that's real chicken.
Right.
No,
Hopefully that's real
Jaffe,
chicken.
I just came from Mexico, and I was sick as a dog when I came back. A whole week, my stomach I think my stomach stayed out there, man. So I ordered some wings. When the wings came to the table, I ordered 8 wings. The wing was this little. I said, "Nah, baby, there ain't no wing." I said, unless y'all must gave her a C-section and took them kids out early because them chickens not ready. It was that little. I say them chickens ain't ready. They weren't ready to be born yet. It was so little. And then when I peeled it, it wouldn't even white meat. It was like brown. Nah, baby, there ain't no chicken. I don't know what it is.
It's something about going to Mexico. When I went to Mexico, stopped in Mexico City. I can say that was the best quesadilla and the worst quesadilla I ever had. When you see the men's restroom with a line around the corner, yeah.
We had, when we got, it was time for us to come home. So that night before, we our backs was hurting and stuff. And I was like, damn, something, because we had a massage that morning, like maybe they did a little too deep tissue. But that next morning, can y'all bring another roll of toilet paper? I said, they don't want us to go home. I was so scared, man. I was eating Pepto-Bismol, the tablets so much because we had to get on this flight. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my, I'm talking about sweating hard, everything. I didn't take the COVID test. When I got to my job was like, did you take the COVID test? I couldn't even drink water without it coming up. And I'm like, and like he said, that food is so good. But so then here I go, I'm on Google, and it's called traveler's sickness. Like, because you're trying to adjust your body to something out there. So they was like, you're not supposed to drink the water. I'm like, I wasn't drinking the water. But taking a shower, you got to make sure you touch your lips. You can't brush your teeth with the water. And then they say because it's feces in their water.
Oh, wow. That's how.
So then I thought about the drinks with the ice cubes.
Oh my
I'm like, I sat here and drank some shit.
Yeah.
You know.
So that means the taco trucks and the food trucks.
Everything.
All
everything.
That. God, I'm going on a detox.
You got the detox for real. You got the detox.
No, you don't need to go on a detox. Just eat it, and you're gonna detox.
You're gonna detox regardless.
You're gonna detox regardless.
Regardless.
I salute you because you are keeping these city foods. On the up and up.
I really do.
As far as life coaching, just like, I guess, what's the most rewarding part for you about that?
My slogan is helping you get back to you. That's the most rewarding part, is like somebody come in, and it's not just about, I don't want to just focus on like relationships. It's about if you undecided on what career to take, if you undecided if I should leave my job, undecided should I leave my relationship, should I quit talking to my sister or whatever. It's just, whatever undecisive thing you got going on in your life, or you just need help with making a choice, or you don't know, you know you want to change, but you don't know what to do. You don't know where to start. Or loss of a loved one, grief and things like that. And also with life coaching, you got to know what's not for you. And I'm saying that because I have somebody who's been reaching out to me for about 2 months, and I kept referring him out. He only wanted to talk to me because I've been knowing him since I've been a little kid. But I didn't deal with him because he lost his child. And the reason why, because matter of fact, I just lost an uncle a couple of days ago. And I lost my grandmother last year, and the anniversary just happened. my grandmother, I think I was telling you about that. My grandmother, she raised me. She was my heart. I went to her in the morning before work. I took a lunch break. I took a low paying job so I could be close to her. Took a lunch break to go feed her, give her medicine. I went after work. Like she did everything. She raised me. And she got taken away. She didn't taken away by COVID. She didn't have COVID when she passed, but COVID took her from me because in a rehab from falling, and she ended up getting COVID. So even after that time, my aunt died, her oldest child, who also got custody of me when I was in high school. She passed, and then I had 2 more relatives pass. I had 3 passed this year. So death just been kind of circling around. So when this young man needed my help, he thought I was being kind of like just ignoring him. I was ignoring him on one factor because you also have to distinguish between somebody flirting and not. And I ain't got, I don't have time for it, because people are calling me like, I want to fix my life. And they just, want to talk, act stuff like that, whatever. Yeah. And so he was flirting, and then he would reach out to me 1:30, 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning, or he would respond to my post through Messenger. So I'm staying away from that. Like, I want to help you, but I'm not going to help you with that sense. Plus, I told him I had to, everybody I referred him to, they would call me and say, he only wants you. So the last girl I referred him on Monday, and she called me Monday evening. She said, hey, about that dude, I said, I already know what you was going to say. She said, he only wants you. And so I had to reach out to him last night, and I said, I understand that you want me to reach. He said, well, he said, I grew up, as a man, you grow up and you're not supposed to share your feelings and things like that. You're not supposed to show your emotions. He said, now that I know I need help, I'm reaching out because I want to talk. When you reach out to me at 2, 3, or 4 o'clock in the morning, he said that's when things get to bothering him. And I told him, I had to let him know that I couldn't help him in that area because I'm still hurting myself. I don't want both of us sitting on the couch crying.
Right.
Right.
So I feel like I will hurt him more than I will help him. So that's one area that I know that right now, I need coaching myself on, and I know I can't help. So as a coach, you got to know, what to do, and who to help and who can't help. You got to distinguish the two. Yeah. And that's about it. I mean, it's been really good. I have to also let people know, doing it, that I have like contracts. I can't share your stuff with your wife, or if people say, Kawana always say, she's my coach, she did this and that. Nobody ever know that if you don't tell it. If you don't say it.
I know that has to be tough, just being able to, especially not take it home with you, because you're dealing with a lot of emotional stuff from other people that they put on you as well. So I know it has to be tough to be able to not only handle your stuff, but you're taking on other people's emotional stuff that's headed your way as well. So.
Yeah, you got to be careful not to become a garbage can, right. but a recycle bin. You understand the difference?
Yeah.
So that's it. A lot of some stories hit me. I got more things hit me dealing with phlebotomy because I hear stories. I have granted a lot of people free courses, not because of them coming to me telling me their story, but because of discernment. God showing me things. I don't help people who are expecting a handout. You can come to me and say, yeah, I'm this, I'm that. I lost my car, I lost my job, I lost this, I lost that, and all that. I'm not going to help you because you ask for help. You won't help. I like to help people who's helping themselves. And that's only because of what I've been through. Ain't nobody gave me nothing. I came from a lot. I wasn't always this person. I used to go to jail. I was in a gang. In and out of jail, I was fighting, selling drugs, a lot of stuff. It took me a lot to get to where I'm at. I grew up with nothing but around hustlers, drug dealers. So my grandmother, not the one who passed, but on my dad's side, she tell us, you either gonna sell a dope or you gonna smoke. And that's what we had to do as a child. So we grew up hustling. And when things would get hard, when I tried to go the right way, when things would get hard, I knew nothing but to go back, to that. So I just thank God for deliverance. I thank God for showing me other avenues to make money, or just other avenues to take my mind off it and show my kids. But I never moved my kids to the hood. When I had my first child, moved to Homebound. So you got to find your niche. Like, you got to find what works for you. And coaching, I've been a coach all my life. I've always wanted to help people not become who I was back then. I wanted to be the person who I needed growing up. So
that's crazy. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But
go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say that's crazy with all your life experiences, and I know, of course, you're a life coach and everything, that you took, what happened earlier within your life and using that as a blessing to help others and guide others. And so I think what you're doing is a beautiful and amazing thing. And I know it takes a lot for you to, like they say, calm down from and not taking those things with you and helping others with it. So what was your final breaking point to, say, I need to turn my life around for the better? And what was the cause of that? Who started that?
Oh, I can. So one time I was selling drugs, and I was going to a football game at U of H, and had my kids with me, but I wasn't selling drugs at the game, but I had drugs on me.
Right.
So somebody actually had hit my car, and the person that hit me kept going. They didn't even realize they hit me, and but I chased that car down. And fought the person, pulled the person out the vehicle, and I was fighting or whatever. Anyway, had to get pulled over. The person actually worked for U of H, so here come all U of H police, and of course they was throwing me against the car and stuff like that. And my kids was there, my kids was actually in the car with somebody else, so they went in the car with me. So when my cousin then pulled up with my kids, my kids was watching and looking. They was just crying, screaming, don't take my mama to jail and stuff like that. And their dad had to come pick them up. Now their dad, when we were together and married, he was very abusive to me. He was a good father, but a bad husband. But when we divorced, separated, he became both a bad father. He became inactive, still not active in their life, but he also got hooked on drugs really bad. He was shooting up drugs, snorting powder, all type of stuff. So it wasn't a place for him to go. But I remember him coming to the back seat of that police car, and he said, "You never gonna get your kids back, bitch," like that. That was my breaking point, because I knew at that point, I feel like I was doing what I need to do as a mother by working and hustling to try to make ends meet. But I really wasn't. I should have just, I feel like I was doing, I'm taking it, because I never did drugs, I never drank, I don't club, I never did any of that. But that did make me a really good parent, because even though I'm doing this, now look at what I thought was bringing extra money to help provide for my children. Look where it put me at.
Yeah.
And when he said that to me, I knew it wasn't a place for them to go, and so I got bonded out. I was in jail for a little minute because my past caught up with me when I was there. When I got bonded out, I made it down to the bottom floor, and they told me I had to go back up, that I had a blue warrant, and it was for something I had did way prior. It was a fight and all this stuff that happened. The people was looking for me, and they had been looking for me. So to go there, and then my grandmother came to visit me, the one who raised me, and she was just crying. I remember sitting there when they made me go back up. I had put in my mind like on set it off. Like I had my little braids in my head. I'm sitting there, and nothing. I just didn't care. I had no wrong, no nothing. I don't care. I'm like, oh, whatever. Forget the world. So I'm gonna just sit this time out. And my grandma came, and she was just crying. She said, "I never in a million years would have thought I would see you behind bars." And she said, "Get yourself together."
Wow.
And she said, every time I turn around, I'm in jail. That's not how I raised you. But I was just trying. My goal was I wanted to make sure my grandma had it all. Like I never wanted her to want for anything, because she took care of me. But I was going about it the wrong way. And so it's a right way to do things. And now look at now, like I'm living good. I have a nice house. I'm doing this all by myself, me and my kids. And that's my goal. I'm gonna make sure my kids, and that's what I took when I finally got released, and it said, and I finished my community service, and said, you are no longer the property of the state of Texas. And I was like, I belong to the state of Texas. And that paper said, you no longer the property of the state of Texas. I'm like, when I was released, I said, I would never, I don't care if I have to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, whatever I need to do. I'm going to make sure my kids don't ever see that again. That was hurtful. Don't ever see that again. And I'm going to make sure I never come here again. And I'm going to make sure I make money. If I don't got it, I don't need it. Yeah. We went where we would have noodles. My kids never knew the struggle. They never do it. If I say, I ain't hungry, you know, I already ate, I'll be lying just to make sure my kids eat, you know, but I never went that route again. And so that was my breaking point, was that.
No, that's a story.
Good. That's good. That's really good.
Now, one last question for me is being stuff that you've been through, you know, the ups and downs, do you channel that into your art now as far as your writing? I know you say you have some books and that as motivation when playing certain characters in your plays and stuff.
Yeah, I use it. I use it a lot in my acting. My mom's still living, but she's addicted to drugs. She's been on drugs for 7. So I use a lot of everything I went through. It helps me help somebody. You know how the word says, he'll never put more on you than you can bear. And we always look at these other people like, dang, they know good people and they ain't going through nothing, or we feel like they're blessed and stuff like that. But I see why God puts certain things on certain people, because if it was somebody else went through what I went through, they'd probably be smoking crack right now or still in jail.
They couldn't handle it.
They couldn't handle it. So I really see that, and I really see that he gives it to us. We go through what we go through so we can help the next person. You know, it's a testimony. So we help the next person. So I do use it. You know, in my acting, Crackhead Ruben, that was one of my ideas.
Yeah. Oh wow.
That was one of my ideas. You know, and when I played Gertrude, I used to say this line: clap your hands as you're walking out the door so I can make sure you're not stealing nothing. Because if you clap them, you know, and my grandmother used to say that to my mom. You know, so
I'm gonna use that. I'm going to use that.
I got
clap your hands like you walk around those.
I'm gonna use it. Next family get together, I'm gonna use that.
So, and my grandma used to always say, you gotta laugh to keep from crying. And so why not? You know, why not? And today, my cousin, she says something about every day she forces her, make herself smile. She shakes herself, something like she turns her day around. Like every day she makes herself smile or whatever. So I'm like, and that's what we gotta do. Like we gotta force ourselves, we gotta make ourselves. And so I just laugh, I smile, I joke. You know, nothing don't hold me down long. I may cry about it, but I really learned. I used to have anxiety really bad when my kids were really younger. Oh my God, if I don't do this, I don't do that, this lights gonna get cut out, we're gonna be homeless, whatever. Because I'd have been homeless with my kids, sleeping in the car, things like that. But now I look at it, God either ordained it or allowed it. Either way, he got it. Ain't no point of worrying about it, he gonna fix it. And then I used to look stupid with God. Like I'm up here worrying about it, and then I come home, I'm out of stress. I always, the whole time at work, I get home, I got a check in the mail for exactly what I need. And you know, so that would always happen. Or I get a call. Hey, I meant to call you earlier. I want to help you. I want to take you and your kids get groceries. And I'm up here at work trying to figure out. So I'm like, it's so true. While we trying to figure out, God already worked out. So I'm like, I always look at stupid, and God be like, I told you I got it.
Yeah.
Johnedra, your story is amazing. I wish we can chop it up and talk. And we probably have to get you on another time. So it'll be like a part 2.
Oh yeah, because I got to get my lashes done.
Tell us where we can follow you. Tell everybody where they can, see, get your book.
Right. Like that. My phone number, if anybody wants to start classes or life coaching, is my personal number, and I do answer. If I don't, text me, but it's 832-352-5959. I'm on Facebook. My personal page is Johnedra, Johnedra, Jae, Walls, Walls. I also have a page for the Phlebotomy Center, IDC Phlebotomy Learning Center, and Walls Within Coaching has a page as well. Instagram, I have Walls Within Coach Joe. That's on Instagram as well. And that's it. My office for the course and the coaching is off of Walters Road 1960. But anyway, just call me 832-352-5959 or look me up on Facebook and just message me.
We greatly appreciate it.
We appreciate it, man.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, we most
Well,
definitely
I
have to
thank
have
y'all for
you.
having me.
Thank you again. We most definitely have to have you on another time to tell us about some more stories and conversate. It was a great show. Thank you so much.
You gotta put your office hours up like the dude did on 5 Heartbeats. You remember on 5 office hours are from between. Don't
call me after 8.
There you go. See, you gotta let them know because you putting all your information out there. They're gonna call you at 2, 3 o'clock.
And don't call me with that bull crap. Don't be calling me.
You got to. That's right.
Don't be asking me on no dates.
There you go.
I ain't no Netflix and chill type of person.
Exactly.
So baby, you have to.
Because when you put your information out there, people call you at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So sometimes you just got.
No, okay. Let me say that. If you, baby, only person up at that. Only people, what they say, wild more than legs. But I'm gonna tell you, call God, 911. I can help you at that time.
Yeah, some lot of weirdos here on this whole great internet. So.
It make no doggone sense.
Right.
Johnedra,
what's the end of the song? May God be with you. Bye, y'all.
God be with you.
Be with you.
We meet again.
Oh, everybody.
Again. What I said to one, I said to all. Watch, fight, and pray. Live holy every day. I'm finna hang up this phone on y'all. Bye.
You good.
Have a good one.
We gonna talk about it. Who is acting the fool? We gotta get our own song made or something like that, man.
Who's making love to your wrong song? That's the wrong song.
That's the wrong song.
Whoa.
That's the wrong song.
Whoa.
Oh man, but y'all stay tuned, stay locked in. Just Acting Up Show. Find out who made history. Who's acting the fool? I gotta make a tune to that now, man. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yo, old lady.
Why are you out making love?
I don't know why they remind me. Let's go, baby, to the hole in the wall. I'm sorry. Sorry, y'all. Acting a Fool is brought to you today by the Just Acting Up Show.
In part by.
Did a little Disney one right here. Oh my gosh. So, Chris, go ahead and tell us today who has made history today.
Okay, so I got 2 of them for y'all today. The first one, we're going to talk, everybody been talking about Kanye and the Donda album, and he had a big listening party at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. That's what everybody's been talking about. And of course, I know a lot of us was jealous that we could not be there. However, he has some fans that are pretty entrepreneurial, just say that. Aside from the t-shirts, sweatshirts that were reportedly being sold, some people decided to sell a bag of air from the event. Literally a bag of air, Ziploc in the bag, says from the Kanye event. They starting bid reportedly came in at $3,333.33 plus $4 in shipping.
Oh my God.
Hell no. One bid got as high as I think $60,000 for the bag of air from Kanye's album release party.
This is why I fear.
We all know where your stimulus checks are going.
Give it to me. Give it to us.
Right.
Give it to the Good Acting Up Show. Yeah. For a bag of air. I don't know what's worse, with the man who sold that imaginary fake statue that we talked about a couple shows ago, or this is worse. They got to be on the same par. They have to be right there with each other. But
does the air give you like temporary genius musicness so you can create your own? Like, does anything special? Does it make a hologram of Kanye at the concert show up or something? But no, this was literally plastic bags, Ziplocs of it.
And they just sell this air to. But I'm gonna put this half bottle of syrup that was used this morning on eBay, and when I get famous, or when we get famous,
I'm gonna sell this half burnt candle.
yeah.
When
I'm
I
gonna
get
sell
famous.
this
This Afro pick.
with the fist.
Like, what am I doing with my life? All of this stuff could be sold.
Yeah, like just so like this half used candle came from the house of Tolliver itself.
I know.
This pick right here used to pick out the nice hair of Christopher Chapman himself. This syrup was the same syrup from the house of Joffrey. Where's y'all life at right now?
Exactly.
Like I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't get it myself.
I don't get it.
People gonna people. That's what they say.
Yeah.
People can know how to spend some money and waste some money on some BS.
You know what? That's how I'm doing right there, y'all. Chris, you start selling pick combs. Mike, you start selling candles, and I started selling syrup. There we go.
We're gonna get somewhere. We're gonna get somewhere. It's like, what am I doing wrong in my life? Like, I seen someone just hanging out. They was homeless, I don't know, but homeless people got it better than me. They got a cell phone and they just out, just scrolling, just laying down on the bridge and just chilling. I'm like, well, damn, what I gotta work at a warehouse for? I can just be right there scrolling. Obviously, they got a job because they have service and sell bags of air for $3,000.
Pretty much. It's a hustle.
Yeah.
Just like the homeless man that came with me a couple weeks ago and asked me to go to the ATM while I'm at the gas station. I told him I don't have any money. And I said, all I got is a card. Stupid me. I should have told him I ain't got no cash. He said, oh, you got a card? There's an ATM machine right over there. Get away from my car. So, I mean, I don't know, man. We doing something wrong, gentlemen. We doing something wrong.
Well, speaking of doing something wrong, we have another story here. Shout out to WAGM channel 8 and WWPI channel 16 NBC. This story, well, I know Mike says he likes to guess where his stories are from, so I'm gonna just go into it here. This is about a robbery, right? Okay. So police are investigating the case involving a robbery, a shooting, and an adult film, and a naked man running through a residential neighborhood.
Oh, hell no!
The news outlet reports that the police department were investigating an armed robbery which happened at an abandoned alternative school while 3 people were making an adult film around noon on Sunday. Police say the robber, who's still naked from shooting the film, made the victim send him $200 through Cash App. The victim tried to run away, but was chased and shot by the naked gunman, who put several holes in his car as well. And the police chief said, in his 7 years of doing this is one of the most unique incidents that he has ever come across. Police have the names of the 2 suspects they believe were involved in the robbery, but are waiting on additional evidence before making an arrest.
Okay, so last week I said Florida. That's an easy one. So I'm going to go with California this time.
Final answer?
What about you, James?
Where could this take place? I'm gonna pick a random state.
Go ahead.
Portland.
It was Meridian, Mississippi.
Oh man.
I have Mississippi in the back of my.
Oh man.
Mississippi.
I said Mississippi was gonna be my first choice too. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
My thing is, at what point do you have to question your career choices when you're shooting an adult film in an abandoned building? And then what point do you want to change your life when you trying to rob a naked man that's chasing you with a gun?
Dude.
Like, you know what? I don't know how I got here, but I don't think this is worth it.
What is happening in my life right now?
What is really going on?
Really? We all sing about the mirror make a porno. I mean, sometimes get hard.
Some
But not
things
that hard.
don't make no damn sense. Okay, so this other one, we're going three-peat today. Okay, so this one is from Kentucky. Apparently, this incident happened in May of 2015. Frightening new footage shows the moment of a 6-year-old Kentucky girl was dragged by a school bus for several blocks. And right now they're going through a civil trial. So the driver is Milene Sanders. Then stepped on the gas without noticing the young student, forcing Allie to run alongside the vehicle before falling and being dragged, according to the footage taken inside of the school bus. So
I've seen the video.
This video is very disturbing. Okay, yeah. So there's the school bus driver, right? She's driving, and then there's the aide. If you all drove public school buses like me, and those aides are the snitches. Those aides are the ones to tell and tell you to come sit up in the front and then tell your parents this and that and the third. You get a write-up waiting for you when you get to school. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Now you got 4 eyes, right? Because there are other kids. You can't depend on them, but you got 4 eyes up front. And as the little girl is walking down the stairs, they closed the doors and her backpack got caught and they're dragging her alongside. And it was several blocks. And it looked like she looked, but still didn't stop.
Yeah.
So that video is very, 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 very disturbing. The little girl survived, but she has nerve damage and PTSD, post traumatic stress syndrome.
I can imagine.
So it's that's the little girl.
It's like, how could you see in the video? It's like, how could you not notice her and the aide? How could you not notice that little girl stuck
standing like inches away? I'm gonna tell you guys something that I wanted to share with y'all with this. I want to say when my son was about like 5, I think. No, he had to be like 8 or 9. 8. But I had got a call. My wife, I was asleep, and my wife had got a call from the school nurse, and she called. This was the first thing that she said. She said, "Don't panic, don't be alarmed, but I accidentally gave your son someone else's medication." So my wife went straight to the school, and my sister-in-law was with her. And shout out to my wife, because my wife was very calm, cool, and she was collective, because my son was okay. But the scariest thing, bro, is when we took him back home, he couldn't sleep. See, I work nights, and my wife, she worked nights too. And before my son was able to watch himself, we would drop him off at my mom. My wife, she called in that day. I went and head on and went to work when I found out that he was fine. Now, mind you, I work nights. So it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Normally 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, my son is asleep. My wife said that he was so wide awake, he couldn't sleep. He wanted to sleep, but he couldn't. You understand? And the whole next day, he was knocked out. Now, later on, right, I found out recently that nurse is not there anymore. For that incident, she got fired.
Yeah.
So I say this to say that, you always say, "Oh, that was my kid, boy. I'm gonna beat the hell out of somebody, this and that and the third."
Yeah.
When these incidents happen, right, you gotta remain calm. That's number one, because it's screaming and hollering and fighting and this and that and the third, and want to fight, nothing's gonna get resolved.
Yeah, you're right.
So at that time, I just thank God that my wife was there to be the first responder, because I don't think I would have had a level head with that, because when it come down to my son, I can get very ignorant with my child. I'm not trying to hear nothing. I'm not trying to hear a thing. I don't want to hear no reason. I'm not trying to listen into anything because you are a nurse and you are put in a position to give these kids this medication. And her excuse was, well, both of them was acting, erratic. So she gave the medicine to the one that was acting the most erratic.
You see, when it comes to certain jobs, like I know mistakes happen, oops, but in certain jobs you don't have room for mistakes.
Right.
It's life. It can be life or death when it comes to.
Right.
Because who knows how he could have reacted another way to the medicine that was given. That could have. So especially with that, you don't have room to make mistakes like that. Yeah.
No, you don't. So my son, he ended up fine. No kind of side effects or anything. But that was one of those moments where, okay, God, which way I'm gonna go?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna come back home. I'm gonna go to work, come back home, or I'm gonna take the day off and be with my son. Or I'm going to TDC today. I'm going to Harris County today, because it happens. So when people say that, oh man, I would have acted crazy and this and that and the third, no, you wouldn't. Because if you love your kid enough to know that your kid is okay, you gotta act. You gotta become. You are the adults, so you have to act like an adult. And like I said, I don't think I would have at that moment. My wife did a wonderful job. Shout out to Lakeisha. She did a wonderful job. She said I was so calm, I was so collected. She said I looked at her with this eye, and she put her head down. It was one of the scary moments, man.
I would have lost it that day. I know me, I would have lost it that day. Cause I know I said it in the message too. I said I'm either somebody will get sued or somebody will get fucked up that day. I probably would have lost it that day. Yeah. And I'm usually good at handling situations, but that day,
I say that's not a position where you can make those type of mistakes. It's like, oops, mistakes happen. No, it's not. No, you can't do that.
No, that's my kid.
Right.
Exactly.
And I don't understand. Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I like everyone with the kid, because I used to ride the bus too. And this is why the bus drivers, from what I've seen, all bus drivers from Metro to anybody, they wait for like a real good couple of seconds. Like, I don't know what the wait second is, but when they open the door and let the kid go off, either they waiting to see if their kid makes it to their house or whatever, or everything is clear. Right. And that's why I got a stop sign on the side, so everything is good and clear.
Right.
Then shut the door.
Right.
And go.
Right.
And that right there is the reason why. Like, I know people get mad when you drive in your car, you behind the bus, and you're like, why is the bus taking so long to get going? Either somebody is being assisted in their seat, they need to be locked in or whatever, or somebody is, they try to make sure everything clear. So situations like this wouldn't happen. So.
Right. So yeah. Thank God that your boy was fine that after all that scenario, and I'm glad that kid.
I know that's scary.
It was very scary that day. And I remember I told my supervisor that. He said, well, like somebody gonna get sued. He's like, look, it's time to sue. So, but I was praying that whole day because I had to remain calm, Michael. Remain calm. I only went off on one teacher one time, man. That was through text messaging. but the funny part was when my son came back, she was still employed, and my son was sick. He didn't feel good, so they sent him to the nurse. This was like months and months after. So they sent him to the nurse, that same woman, and so funny, bro. They called my wife and they said, Gerard don't want to take any medicine from me. Like, my son was like, nah, I'm good.
Last time you tried to take me out.
My son was like, I'm good. They said, well, can you come pick him up because he don't want to take any medicine from me? You damn right.
What trust you either?
That's my boy. You ought to get one chance.
Yeah, right. There's no one. Give you a chance to take me out again? Nah.
Nah, I'm good. You got one time. That's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get into the balancing act where we talk about mental health and we give flowers out to those who will deserve it, that's been in the acting game or music game or just regular folks like me, you, Chris, or Mike. Stay locked in. Just Acting Up Show. This is the balancing act. So we're gonna focus on mental health because we haven't been focusing on it as much as we should. I know we have a couple shows ago, and our guest today, Johnedra Walls, she's a life coach. I know we gave her a shout out on the last episode, and we finally had her on this show today, which was great for us. And she talked about her life experience. She talked about how she could help others as a life coach, giving out her information and who she spoke to and how she got from one place to the next and how she got into acting and for on and foremost. So very inspirational story, very inspirational for what she used to be and what she is now. And which goes on to show that, even though you might have some issues, you might have some things that you went through, it doesn't have to be your final end results. Your final end result could be, you making it, but you turning your life around. And sometimes, I hate to say it, sometimes it does take the one hard situation to where it can get you going and get you to turn your life around. Fortunate for her, that wasn't her end result, staying in prison. And, it could have went left. It could have, but she chose to make it go right. And with that, she has, her business that she has going on. She has, she's been blessed with these, her amazing kids. She's been blessed with being an actress and channeling all that, what happened to her in her former life on stage. So she turned a negative into a positive. You can turn a negative into a positive, and you can continue to be a blessing towards others with your story and making that final end result the best result. So shout out to Johnedra, to her business, everything that she does. And shout out to you all out there, the viewers who are fighting that good fight, trying to make something of yourself. So my flowers are to you all. So with that being said, gentlemen, y'all have anything else for this segment?
I just love hearing stories like that. I love hearing that because I hate when people say, that's all I know. That's all I know. It's like, no, that's all you want to, to fall down to, you don't have to do that anymore. You never had to do it in the beginning. So I love hearing those comeback stories. I love hearing that. That gives a lot of inspiration and hope to the ones that are hoping. Because you need to hear that. Even if you think that you got yourself together, God can come and he can put something in your life where you don't think you can handle it, but somebody had it 10 times worse than you. So
facts.
Yeah. So
no, I agree. It's one of those things, man. Everybody got choices. That's what the E40 said in that song. Right? Everybody got choices. And so it's just you could choose to stay on a certain path and do certain things a certain way, or it's up to you to make that change to want better, to do better. So, like it's a quote that says, you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. You know what I'm saying? So
I like that.
Message.
Who wrote that? Was it Cain the Conqueror?
You know what? Probably it probably was.
Probably was.
Probably was.
I think it was Cain. I think it was Cain the Conqueror that said that.
Like you said, he just put that right there, and you the one who went down that road. So
hey man, it's his choices.
Yeah.
Message.
Could have been love and happiness this way, or destruction and turmoil this way.
Hey Google, play Michael Jackson, make that change. Gonna make the change. Gonna make it right. Okay, let me stop singing. Let me stop playing.
There you go, singing again, James.
That's all I said. Let me stop right there. Singing man. Sing us a song.
All right, you singing man.
Sing us a song, singing man. Clap it in. So, oh man, another great show in the books. Thank you again. Shout out to Johnedra Walls. She left the information. Y'all go ahead, hit her up. Y'all need life coach. You need some coaching in your life. Hit her up. Thank you, gentlemen, Chris and Mike, for another great show, gentlemen. We in this thing, man. So
this is our 25th, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it 24?
25th?
I believe it's 24. 20.
No, I seen 24th on here.
No, this is our 24th. Yeah.
24th? Okay, cool. Good number.
Next week gonna be the big 25. 25 more.
25 more.
Hey,
that's right.
Hey, sing it out west. Hey. Let me stop being silly, man. Y'all know where to find us. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram, Spotify, Twitter. Find us on YouTube. You're watching it. I mean, go ahead. Click that bell button.
Click it.
Share it with everybody.
It's free. Free 99.
Out of the digital device, you can catch us anytime.
That's right.
That's right. We on Pandora. We on iHeartRadio. Check us out, man. Tell your friends about it. Sharing is caring. It can be fun. Speaking of Karens, well, no, we don't get to that Karen situation. Well, actually, you know what? I'm glad we said that. So before we get up out of here, I wanted to give this another acting up history moment right here. I want to highlight this person. I can't think of their names right now, but for the man and the woman who took these pictures.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
I wish I had a church organ in the background.
Oh my God.
But the Lord Jesus. Sir,
this man was in a straw hat with chains.
Yeah.
And a torn blouse, all white, with some raggedy pants.
Now.
In the field.
Crop field. Now look here, man. Lord. Now see, if those pictures were taken, like say for example, if it was a movie. If it was a movie and people said, look at the pictures that we took, it still would have been out of context. Either way it goes. If it was a movie and y'all had like a little love thing going on, okay, I understand that. Somebody took pictures and wanted to show pictures that and they would have went in on it. But y'all actually a couple. Glad y'all found love. But ain't no love lost with these pictures that y'all posted, saying that these are slavery pictures. Why? Why? Just why? I don't know why. I don't understand why. They shouldn't have did it. You really shouldn't.
Yeah. He's been bamboozled. You see, it's the trick of the kind of got Malcolm X on him. You see,
your mind.
I can't understand if he was, why.
Sometimes you gotta evaluate the people around you. Who told you that this was a good idea?
Right.
Really?
And the fact that your spouse went along with that, you need to question her, because as a mixed race couple, y'all can't be that oblivious. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
Why, man? Just why?
Y'all can't be oblivious. It's 2021. Like for real.
This cannot be okay.
Why, man? So I'll put like, okay, so if you are in a mixed race, okay, black and white, if you marry, dating, whatever, okay, cool, bet. If you black and Hispanic, black and Chinese, white and Asian, all that, okay, cool, that's what's up. But that right there, they shouldn't have did that. They shouldn't have did that. I heard that they had to take down their social media, and you should, because it sounded good in your head at first.
Something ain't right up top. Something ain't right up top.
No.
Like I said, man, sometimes you gotta evaluate the people around you. But then again, a lot of people probably told them it wasn't a good idea, and they still did it anyway.
No, we trying to be from you. No, man, sit your dumb ass down.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
Sit your dumb ass down.
Why would y'all do that? What bring me for now on, everybody, before you post or do anything, ask yourself and ask the friend that's going to tell you straight up and be honest with you. Is this a great idea? Sometimes when I'm writing something, I say, is this good? And I just ask. And you keep it between your friends or family, whoever. And they say, nah, that's not a good look. Don't do that. Just don't.
Right.
Get a hold of this. Oh, man. I'm good. I'm done. We done for the day.
That's it, guys.
All right,
Let's
y'all.
not do anything stupid.
Yeah. Please.
All right, y'all. Well, you know, like us, follow us, like us, all that good stuff. Just Acting Up Show.
Yeah. Be safe out there.